Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for coming to Fuco Tuesday. Yeah, but before we get started, y'all already know how it goes. I want to thank my visor kings, my visor queens, and my visor honeys. Listen, y'all, before we get started, okay, there's some shit on my mind. I got to say, okay? I don't care if nobody don't like it. Who gives a fuck? Y'all already know how I am. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth, okay? Because you know what? I mean, yes, I believe that there's some people out there that love me, but I also believe that there's some people out there that don't. Because you know what? As I go around these goddamn YouTube streets and then some of these other live streams, I see that y'all ride with these motherfuckers, but don't ride with me. Why? I see y'all give them memberships. What's wrong with my motherfucking place over here? But y'all got y'all asses over here hanging out with me, but won't show me love by giving me a goddamn membership or even subscribing to my motherfucking channel. What the hell is going on? What is going on with that? Huh? Yeah, I'm here because this is Messy Boots Thursday, and I'm tired. And I see the same people in other people live streams and shit. They got memberships, but y'all come over here and hang out with me, some of you, but won't even show me love over here. What the fuck is going on with that? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't love me? I want y'all to love me. Like you love them other motherfuckers, I want you to love me too. I come on here and I stay up on this motherfucker for 5 to 6 hours, sometimes on Friday. During the weekday, I come up here and I stay up here for 2-3 hours, entertaining y'all asses. And y'all mean to tell me y'all can't show me love? Hit the motherfucking like button. Subscribe to my motherfucking channel. What's wrong with y'all? How y'all doing? I know. Listen, y'all, I had to get that out. Damn it. Come on now. It's time for y'all to show me love too. Y'all show them other motherfuckers love. Show me love too. You know? I mean, yes, I know that there's some people that love me, just like I said. There are some people that love me. But damn it, you love on them other motherfuckers. Why can't you love me too? Love me like you would love them. You know? I'm over there in different live streams, and I know that I am not the only person that see this shit. Come on, content creators. Work with me. Y'all see it too. Y'all probably wonder, wait a minute. I got a channel. I put out good content. I put out good shit. But why don't they have a membership with me? I go over here to other people live streams. They got one over here. They got one over there. They got one, but don't have one in your shit. What the fuck is going on? Does that mean your shit? They don't like you? They don't want to show you love, but they want to show other motherfuckers love. So what I'm thinking is that the messier channels get the motherfucking memberships. The ones that just have the less drama, you ain't gonna get shit, but maybe a damn view. And you might not even get a motherfucking subscriber off of it. I'm just telling y'all. Anywho, on that note. On that note, like I said, hey, if you don't like it, that's all right too. But I'm gonna speak my shit and I'm gonna pop my shit because I know that I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm pretty sure there's other people too. You know what I mean? But yes, y'all do show, some people, they do show me love. Yes. Some do, but the others that have memberships on other places, and you mean to tell me you're over here every time I go live, I see you in the chat box chatting it up, having a good goddamn time, but you telling me that I'm not worth a fucking membership? I'm not worth $3 motherfucking 99 when you got other motherfuckers out here with $7.99, $12.99. You mean to tell me Patricia Brown shit is not worth $3.99? What's wrong with that? Anywho, so anyway, let me just comment on down because I need to get that off my chest. Woo-wee! Sometimes that's what you got to do. We got to get some shit off our chest. You know what I mean? I've been in these goddamn YouTube streets for a long time. And I say that I'm an OG of these YouTube streets, believe it or not. You know what I mean? Y'all don't see me in battles and shit. I don't like to battle. I really don't. But you know what? When it's time to battle, you got to do what you got to do. So anyway, tonight's topic is this social media. Just doing some research, I find out that it's getting to the point where social media is so addicted than cigarettes or even alcohol. Now, you could believe that or not, but that's just the way it is. We already know that, at one time people were comparing the drugs to, hey, you're addicted and all of that stuff. But now social media has just been so addicted to people that, it's more addicted to cigarettes. So even if you got a cigarette addiction, that ain't shit compared to the media now. If you got an alcohol problem, that ain't shit compared to the media now. You know what I mean? Because the media done took over. You know what I mean? And and it's so messed up that when a marriage has been, when a couple has been together for a long time and stuff like that, and some shit just happened where either somebody go astray or they just kind of lonely or bored of what's going on and just so happen to be surfing these damn YouTube streets and then see some shit and then happen to fall up in there. Next thing you know, they started liking the messiness. They started liking this. They started liking that. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden they become a part of that world. They're not even thinking about their marriage. Their marriage could be on the rocks, or their marriage could just be kind of like getting started or whatever. But it just sucks you in to the point where you can't really enjoy your girlfriend, your wife or husband or boyfriend or something, because you're too tied up in YouTube now, or you're too tied up in the media. And not just YouTube, you got Facebook, you got Instagram and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure, when a couple's trying to have a couple's night and stuff like that, it's impossible. It's impossible because all of what it's going to do is, the thing is that you're going to be sitting there. First thing you're thinking about is what's going on social media. And even if you're laying in bed, with your girl or your wife or husband or whatever, and she's trying to get into a movie, and she's trying to hip you to a good movie. But the first thing you're thinking is what's going on social media. And the minute she get up to go to the bathroom or go somewhere or something like that, you're taking a peek on your phone. You're taking a peek. You got to take a peek. You got to, you know what I mean? And, so that's why I put up tonight's topic about social media. And I know I talked about it before, but it just seems like now it's getting more addicted to cigarettes. And when I heard that, I'm like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me even a smoker that have an addiction? Social media, listen, social media has yeah, knocked all that out the box, knocked all that out, you know what I mean? So yeah, um but what about the people but what about the people that's so addicted to social media that that has obligations, that has to, be at work at, like, 5 o'clock in the morning. They work from 5 in the morning to, like, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock that afternoon. They're now they've been at their job, they're working, and they're doing making good money and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, once they get tied up into that YouTube or social media and stuff, they start becoming a part of that, because sometimes that's what we do. Even though it's not our intentions, but we tend to become a part of something that we have an addiction to. You know what I mean? Y'all remember what I'm talking about? It's just like with someone, that you got to be in bed, you got to get good rest and stuff like that, because you know that the job that you have, it requires attention. But the only thing your attention is just strictly on social media. You know what I mean? Now you got to drag yourself out, because now you're on these lines all night, and you're trying to say, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna lay down, I'm gonna get an hour of sleep, and then I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get myself ready so I can go on to work and stuff. But by the time you drag yourself into work, what? You're tired, you're cranky, you're not performing the way you used to, because your body is lacking that rest, because hey, it's because of the social media. You know what I mean? Um, so what I'm saying is has social media become to, like, messing up people's marriages, messing up people's relationship. And at one time, did you have a good relationship? Did you have a good marriage? And I'm pretty sure there probably was some people that had that. I'm pretty sure it was some people that did not even think about social media. They went on about their lives. They did stuff with their significant other. They probably went to the movies. They probably went out to dinner and stuff like that. They didn't even think about. They just thought as YouTube, just probably like everybody else, just thinking as just something to catch some information on something that, oh, well, you know what? Let me learn how to fix this pipe in the bathroom, because I'm gonna go on YouTube. So, but as soon as they got whipped of all these live streams and the Facebook and the Instagram and the TikTok and the Snapchat and all of this stuff, as soon as they got whipped of that, they got hooked. They got hooked. And like I said, once you get hooked, you're done. And I know a lot of relationships. If you can't tell me, I know, since a lot of these people been up on these YouTube, I'm pretty sure that a lot of these relationships done suffered or failed, because a lot of them are probably like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. You showing more favor to social media than you're showing me. You know, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave, or you're gonna have to choose. You're gonna have to choose between social media and me. You know what I mean? And some, I'm not saying all, but I just believe if some of them are out there hooked like that, best believe they might choose social media. They just might, or they might think that they can juggle. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let her think, or I'm gonna let him think. Baby, I promise. I'm not gonna be back on there no more. I'm gonna spend all my time with you. I'm gonna do everything you want me to do. Or, yeah, our marriage is kind of rocky, but we're gonna put this back together, because I love you, and we need to make this work and forget about social media. But best believe, in the back of a person's mind, they're gonna be like, I wonder what such and such is doing. Yeah, let that person's back be turned. They're gonna go. They're gonna sneak. Now you're sneaking. Now you got to sneak. Just like a crackhead would sneak. Some crackheads would sneak to get high. Yeah, some people got to sneak just to get that daily fix on that social media. Like, damn, what am I missing? I did tell her that I did tell her, I'm not gonna be on social media no more. We're gonna try to put this marriage back together. Or I know my relationship with, my significant other. I know, we've been going through problems and changes and stuff because he or she's trying to say, you don't spend no time with me no more. We used to go to the movies. We used to go to dinner. We used to go to this. We used to go to that. But since you've been up on those social medias, you don't have no time for nothing. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. But so that's what I'm saying. Social media might be breaking up marriages and relationships. Hmm. I'm just telling y'all. Hey. Let me put up some these comments. Um, I dropped the link in case you know I know it might have been a lot of people probably don't ran out of here because my little rant from earlier. But listen, I'm just telling y'all the truth. You know what I mean? Either you're gonna ride with me or you're gonna hang out with me and you're gonna hit the like button and support me or whatever. You know, because I tell y'all all the time, shit. I say, what? I love y'all. Just want y'all to show me love back. That's it. You know. And if you don't become a member, that's all right. At least subscribe to my channel. You can show me love like that. I don't care. Just show me love like that. If maybe my channel's not, maybe you don't like my channel. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to come over and just be nosy and just hang out or whatever and just go to somebody else's that you truly like or something. I don't know. All I'm just saying is shit. If you show them love, show me love too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean, right? So yeah. Hey, Lakers. Social media is the worst ever. Oh yeah. Heck yeah. That's what. Yeah, that's what it is. And I believe that I believe that that's how some of these marriages and probably some of these businesses too. Come on now, let's just keep it real, y'all. You ever notice that when people get on the media on YouTube, first thing they be saying that they got a business. Oh, I got a business. I run 2 businesses. I got 3 businesses. I do this. I do that. But how? How when you go to bed, they on YouTube. When you wake up, they on YouTube. During the day, if you're on a coffee break or a lunch break, you look, they're still. I mean, it's like, who runs your company? Who runs your company? You got it like that. You got 2 or 3 companies. You say you got all this stuff. You got all this. You got companies and this and that. But yet you're okay. I don't know. Like I was like, I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I mean, social media. Social media. Yeah. Um, and I know that I know I talk about it a lot, but I talk about it because it's some real shit, and I see it happening. I see it happening, to some of these young men, and probably some of these married men, because you hear a lot of these men on YouTube saying, "Oh, my wife," or "I'm married," and this and that. But if you're married and you got a wife or you got a husband, why are you up on YouTube almost 24 hours a day? Isn't that Doesn't that play a part in it? Doesn't that sometime, I mean, eventually, is that going to be like somebody going to say, listen, you're going to have to pick. It's either going to be social media or me. It's going to be social media or our marriage, because you hear it all the time. At least I know I do. So I'm just telling y'all what I see down these YouTube streets. I'm just telling y'all how, there are some people that say they're married, and some say that they're in a relationship. But who would really, come on now, let's just who would really stand for that? Who would really stand for that? You trying to spend some intimate time with your man or your girl. You trying to do a lot of different things together and stuff, and every time you turn around, they up on social media. No, something's not right. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think it eventually it will break down a marriage or a relationship because somebody gonna leave. Somebody gonna leave because somebody gonna get tired of being neglected. Somebody gonna be tired of not being paid attention to. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes that's where the cheating come in at. I'm just telling you, I'm just keeping it real. Because whatever you don't do, the next man might. What'd you say? Okay, are we getting on fuck shit tonight? We can get on anything you want. Well, this is Fuco Tuesday. This is Fuco Tuesday. So game over. If you got something you want to say, you can come on up here and say it. You know what I mean? This is Fuco Tuesday. You know? Um so yeah. So just like I was saying earlier, yeah. Social media, it is what it is, you know what I mean? And like I said this before and I'll say it again, it just seemed like it could tear families, it could tear, families apart, stuff like that. And I think I said that before, where some of these women and some of these men, they feel like they're being neglected. It's like the social media done became their girlfriends or their boyfriends now. You know what I mean? Some of them even neglect their kids and stuff like that. They rather, instead of cooking a real dinner with chicken and macaroni and cheese and all that good shit, they want to give the kids some hot dogs and pork and beans and be like, oh yeah, y'all eat that. Let me go on social media, because you already know once you sit down, you're gonna be on that bitch for like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. And meanwhile, the kids ain't really really didn't have a good dinner. The only thing you served them was hot dogs and pork and beans. Hot dogs and pork and beans. You know what I mean? At one time, you used to read them a bedtime story. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not on when since you got on social media. No, no. Go to bed. Go to bed. And yeah. That's your favorite hour. When they get ready to go to bed, that's when you can stay up all night. You can stay up all night because the kids are asleep. Now the kids are asleep. Now you got all that free time and stuff. Knowing that, maybe you could, get some things together that you didn't do in the house earlier, or take care of business that you didn't take care of earlier because you was too busy on the computer. But yet, once those kids are in bed, that's like shit. Okay, good, they're good now. But as a parent, it's like, damn, you know what? I need to start evaluating. Look what this damn social media done to me. Look what the social media done to my family. Look what the social media done to my kids. And I mean, am I neglecting my kids? I know my kids would want a home cooked meal. But yet I'm running around and stuff, and now I'm feeding my kids hot dogs and pork and beans, or giving them some sandwiches, having them make ham and cheese sandwiches and chips and stuff for dinner, because it got too late, because I was on the social media all day and I ain't have time to cook, because now it's like 7, 8 o'clock at night, because it's too late to cook. Or some, I'm not saying all, or some might just say, you know what, I know it's late, 7 o'clock, I'm cooking dinner. You're cooking dinner because you've been on the internet all day. You've been on the internet all day. Or your man is say, man, listen, man, I come home. I come home from working in 9, 10 hours or whatever. And I can't even come home to a home cooked meal because you're too busy on the internet, because you're too busy on social media. Now I gotta come home, and now either I gotta fend for myself, or you done put some shit together that's not even a meal and expect for me to eat it. Or you don't went to McDonald's or Burger King and I got the kids something earlier to get them out the way. Now they good. They're getting ready for bed. Now your man or your husband come home, and now you got to try to figure out what y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What'd you say? Game over? I usually before I get on YouTube, I have to go extra hard. Okay. Well, you know what? That's probably well. I guess you have to knock your wife out then, huh? Before you do that. That way she sleep during the night. You ain't got that problem. You ain't got that problem, right? Because that way you can stay up on YouTube. Yeah, and she gonna be good. Yeah, she gonna be good. But what about the ones that do, that do live together, and that, that partner wants some time, wants that quality time, want to do stuff outside of the house. Go take a freaking trip. You know, pack up a bag on a Friday, don't come back till Sunday. You know what I mean? Or leave your cell phone at home, and just have one cell phone, and just take that, just in case of emergency. You leave your cell phone at home, pack a bag, and just leave on a Friday, and don't come back till Sunday. You know what I mean? Spend some time with your significant other. Spend some time with your girl. Spend some time with your wife. Leave them damn cell phones at home. You know what I mean? Because technically, let's just say, I mean, let's just keep it real. Cell phones are a distraction. They tend to get people in trouble and all of that. Come on now, let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? But I believe that I'm just kind of showing y'all another way that maybe, hey, if you just kind of put down your cell phones, pack a bag, and just leave out of town for a weekend, or not even, just take the kids over to, the grandmother's house or somebody's house and stuff, and just go get a hotel for the weekend. But leave one cell phone, leave your cell phone. Don't take two. Don't take two cell phones, only one, just in case of emergency. Take one cell phone, and that one cell phone, that's it. That's all you need, is just that one cell phone. You know what I mean? Um, and nine times out of 10, it should be the wife. It should be the wife that would have her cell phone. The man, leave y'all damn cell phones at home, because the wife, 9 times out of 10, if she got kids, if anything happens, I'm pretty sure she's gonna need that. She's gonna need that phone, so she'll be able to make communication and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. And just have some fun time, and forget about all this media and stuff. You know what I mean? Forget about all that media, and just relax and enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? And it just don't have to be with the wives and the husbands. It can also be with the girlfriends and the boyfriends. The guys be up here just as long. I mean, man, I'm telling you, it's like some of these guys, and I'm not saying all, but I'm saying some of these guys are infatuated with other men. What man will stay up all night and watch another man? No other women. No, it's not a woman thing. It's just men sitting up on there watching another man all night. All night, knowing this fool got to get up and go to work the next morning, knowing this fool got to go pick up the kids from the babysitter, knowing this fool got to go and get shit ready for the house or whatever. But no, the man want to sit up on social media and watch another man, and they get mad when somebody call them zesty, or get mad when somebody like, wait a minute, that's kind of unusual. Yeah, know what I'm talking about. That's kind of unusual for, I mean, I'm just saying. Um, yeah, but anyway, I dropped the link, you know. Hey, Joe. Hey. Um, what did you say? Game over. You said I'm more tired. Okay, not the day lately. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That's cool too. That's cool. We all get tired, but it just seemed like some people, I'm not saying all, but it seemed like some people, they don't get tired of social media. No, they don't get tired of social media, knowing that they got to go to sleep, and knowing that, some of them probably go as far as laying down in the bed and on their phones until they go to sleep. When they go to sleep, then they'll log off. But best believe, if they got to get up and take a piss or whatever they got to do during the night, they're gonna switch back on their phone, or they gonna see. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all already know, some of those live streams can go all night. Some of those live streams can go all night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all night. And then, do you be wondering, like, damn, why am I so tired? Why am I so tired? Why is my body so tired? Your body's tired because it's lacking the rest that you need. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's the thing. That's the good thing about the body, because you can ignore the body all you want, but eventually that body, eventually you're gonna have to lay down. Because I've always believed, a lot of times people, you know just like most, some people, they'd be like, what, I'm not tired, even though you're sleepy and tired, but you're saying that, I'm not tired, I'm not going to sleep right now, I don't want to, you know what, but keep on doing that. Eventually your body's going to be like, you know what, I tried to give you a warning, but you didn't take heed, so now you're going to lay down. And sometimes that's what happens. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Your body gives you warnings, and sometimes we ignore those warnings. We do. We ignore those warnings and then get upset, and then get messed up when we have to face the consequences. But your body tells you all the time. You know what I mean? That's just like if you get that's just like if you get a cold coming on. Now you already know, because your body's gonna let you know. Your body's just gonna be like, oh, dang, I got a sore throat. Oh, dang, my throat feels kind of scratchy. Your body's telling you right there. What you gonna do? Because you about to get a cold, or something's going on in your body. What you gonna do? Some people be like, damn, I'm gonna drink me some cough syrup, or I'm gonna gargle with some salt water or something like that, or I'm gonna put some Vicks on my chest, to try to cut this cold up, because you already know it's not a full blown cold, but it's coming. You know what I mean? So that's why I say sometimes your body, it warns you. You know what I mean? Um. So yeah. So anyway, if anybody want to come up, let me drop this link. Um. Tonight's topic, like I said, tonight's topic is social media. Is being on social media breaking up your marriage and breaking up relationships? And I believe that it's some people probably started off in relationships. I believe that people started off in marriages, but because they've been on social media and been on YouTube, it's starting to play a part in their relationship. It's starting to play a part in their home life. And that's what I was trying to say, is sometimes you got to take some downtime, and you have to get off of YouTube. You have to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm gonna leave my phone home, pack a bag. I'm just gonna just stay off of it. But you know what? Like I said, sometimes it could be addicting, just like those cigarettes, just like those drugs, just like that alcohol. You know what I mean? But sometimes you just have to fight it. You have to fight that temptation. And sometimes, some people are weak. Some people are, some people are weak. They can't fight it, because it done got too strong. They done got too tied up in that. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, so like I said, two things could, things could happen. It could play a part in your marriage, it could play a part in your relationship, and eventually the other partner is going to get upset to the point where you're going to have to pick. What do you want to pick? You want social media, or you want this marriage to work? Hey, Miss Lakers, what's going on with you, girl?
Let me see in my talks. I see if I'm got an echo.
Huh?
Okay, I don't have an echo. I'm good. How you?
I'm good. Let me hold up. Let me see. Let me turn this up. It might just be my speaker. Yeah, it is. I'm way down. Okay, go ahead, Miss Lakers.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I had my device turned down a little bit. Yeah, what's going on, girl? Um, I
What?
really hope I didn't offend nobody when I first came on. I just had to get that shit off my chest, girl.
Well, that's how you feel. Like I mean, like you ain't never bit your tongue before, so you about to start now.
you know, because I didn't know
That
somebody
would
be like,
not be
oh,
you.
shit.
That would not be you biting your tongue, Patricia.
Right, well, you know what? Because I be thinking like, oh damn, you know what? I hope I didn't run too many people up out of here. But you know what? It is what it is. It's like it's
Right.
okay.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I
Right, right.
respect the
Because
truth. I
mean, I
respect
know
the truth more than a lie.
but you know what, Miss Laker, see, that's the thing. I know that you're a supporter of mine. I know that you've been here, and I know that you're a member of mine and stuff like that. But I'm saying that I've been into other people's live streams, and the same people that's over there in other people live streams and stuff. And I'm thinking like with them, you got a membership over there, but I see you in my live stream. I see you enjoying my live stream and kicking in this and that. What's
Yeah,
wrong with me?
because you know what? Because you allow. Okay, let me just. I'm gonna just go keep it a buck with you, okay?
Okay.
Because sometimes you allow like you allow whatever over here, right? That messiness or whatever, and when you allow that, they gonna come over here and get it off. You know what I'm saying? So why is they gonna join when you allow that already? So some people put like restrictions on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some people have changed what their channels are, and they don't put like, okay, you can't get messy on my channel, or you got to use members only to do mess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you allow people to do just anything and everything without them having to pay a cost for it, then they gonna do it here. And then go somewhere else and pay where they need to do it at because everybody got a little mess going on somewhere on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
it's a
Exactly.
lot of mess going on right now. It's like pathetic. Oh my goodness, when you got your people, your spouse in the chat and stuff like that, it's getting bad on here.
I know. I know. I know. I'm like I'm like, oh my God. And then, Envy, he comes on late at night and he's just as, oh my gosh, his channel. Whew, I'm like, oh my
I heard
God.
you call him the mud. What you call him the mud? I heard you the other day called him something. I forgot. It was hilarious. What you call him?
No
Smudge
telling
the
him I'm
mud.
always doing something with Envy.
Yeah.
Girl, then I got into it with
I know you got a fight over there, girl. I be seeing you. I be like, oh, Patricia, Lord
yeah,
have mercy.
I got into it with Queen and shit, cause we was all up on Envy's panel and stuff. And I seen that she looked like to me she was gonna have an attitude from because I was looking at her comments in the chat box and stuff. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, all right. So this might not turn out too good. But anyway, so when Envy let her up on the panel, yeah, people was kind of like, everybody was kind of wilding and this and that and da da da. And she was just like, all of a sudden, she just went off and stuff. Then she said, "I'm Patricia. You said that, this, that." I said, "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute." You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
she was going. I went off on her too. I was like, listen. Yeah, you already know, Miss Lakers. Um,
I
I was
heard
like,
you.
no,
I
she did
rewind
not.
to the back this afternoon. I ain't watched the whole thing 'cause his shows be too long. But I just take my finger and slide across and I saw you up there. Something with Patricia talking about, and I hear you arguing. I'm reading the chat. Okay, listen, Patricia, you ever read the chat when you go somewhere on somebody else's panel? You read the chat whenever you're on the platform.
Yeah.
Okay, did you read Envy chat yesterday when you was up there, like the negative stuff they were saying in that chat? You need to actually like watch the people names that say that stuff to you. So like when they
Hmm.
come over to your channel, like they not over here for real because you know what I'm saying. They just on some bull crap because like if they can say that stuff to you while you somewhere else, like okay, like I mean they say some bad stuff. I mean it's bad to me. Like I'm like wow, like I didn't know y'all thought that of her. Whoa.
Well, yeah. There was a couple of people. There was a couple of people that I seen, and I was like, "Don't bring your dog ass back over to my live
Right.
stream." Oh yeah, yeah. They know who they are because I said, "Don't bring your dog ass back over to my live stream," because that's what I do. I try to pay attention, and I see. Oh, okay. Now I see who's riding with me and who ain't riding with me. So you know what I mean. So you know
Right.
what? That's all right. You know what I mean. So especially you ain't you're gonna sit there and talk about me. If you're gonna talk about me, then you don't even need to bring your ass up over here. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
and it just seemed like to me, it just seemed like Queen had it out for me all along. I mean, because she not only that, I mean, she was trying to go after Eve, she was trying to go after me, you know, and I'm like, well, damn, what the hell did I do? I didn't come up on Envy's panel to, to battle and start some shit.
With
I just,
nobody, right?
you know what I mean? I just came up there, just to have some damn
To
fun and
chill,
shit. But
right?
she had a problem anyway. You know what I mean? She did. She had a problem with me. So I'm
And
like,
see,
well,
that's what they do. They wait till you go somewhere else where you vulnerable at, and when you off your own platform. You know what I'm saying?
right. Right. See, she couldn't see, and then the thing is that she probably was gonna try to make me content and shit because she kept seeing her in the little comments she was making in the chat. Just wait till I go live. Just wait till I go live. I was like, that's what she want. She want to start talking shit about Patricia Brown. That's what it is. She probably gonna be like, hey, Patricia, that peanut butter with the spoon and this and that, bitch. Come get something. Go somewhere with that. Go somewhere with that. Everybody know I licked the peanut butter off the spoon. Now what? Now what? You know what I
Right,
mean? Get some new shit. That's what I'm saying.
right,
Everybody be trying to bring up
right.
some old shit. Don't bring up some old shit. Bring up some new shit.
Well,
Stop it.
long as it's negative, it don't matter whether it's old or new on here.
I know, but she was, and you kicking your legs up in the chair, and you old bitch trying to do your strip, and you this and that and this and that. I said, bitch, you came to my show plenty of times. You know what I do. Everybody know what I do on Freak Knee. It ain't nothing new. It ain't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I told her, I said, you ain't got to bring your dog ass over to my damn channel. You already know, Miss Lakers. I call you dog ass quick.
Right. But just it's just you. I've been on here like a year and a half, and it's like, oh Lord, have mercy. Like when I first came on here, it wasn't like this. It's amazing how fast it changed and declined, like so bad.
I know, right? It's
Yeah.
almost like it's just it's
It
just so
wasn't like it
crazy.
wasn't like Instagram and Facebook at first, but it is now. It's like work like everything that goes on over there is over here now. Even it's even worse because like some of the sectors are smaller than when you on Instagram, and Facebook. It's like you don't have sectors over there like you do here. Over here, it's like a mess. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a neighborhood. All these different neighborhoods on this
Right,
one big
exactly.
platform. Yeah.
Right. All these neighborhoods and people are moving in all the time. People are
Right.
moving in, building up new houses. One get
Right.
tore down, the other
Right.
one's made.
Right, right. Exactly, exactly. That's what I said too. I'm like, it's crazy, man. I mean, like, it's literally crazy on here now.
Yeah, yeah. I'm telling you. Um, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this YouTube shit just going? I mean, it's just like, oh, you know, and it seemed like everybody goes over to Envy's because I know Envy, he's like with the late night, crazy, 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 crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't even know if he's trying to get monetized or what. I guess right now he's just having fun with his channel, and I guess that's what you got to do to build your house. But like I said, and I say this before, the way you start your channel is the way you're gonna have to finish it. You know what I mean? Because that's just the way it is. If you're known for messy, you're gonna be called Mr. Messy. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
you can start it over just if you're willing to take that hit and willing to do the work to do that reconstruction. You know what I'm saying? But if
yeah,
you always striving on like I gotta have this many people in my chat, I gotta have this, I gotta
he's a
have that.
number
You know what
counter.
I'm
He's
saying?
a number counter. And
Oh
I
yeah,
told him,
he
I
sure he
said,
he
stop
sure would
counting
throw
those
you on
damn
the bus.
numbers.
Oh, Patricia, I got, and I don't care, envy. But he'd be like, Patricia, I have more in my chat than you do on
Right.
da
I
da
don't
da da da.
care. And I
Da.
told him that. I said,
Yeah,
ain't nobody care about them numbers, but you stop it. I said, you're a number counter. And he's not the only one either. There's a couple of other people. I ain't gonna mention no names, but Miss Lakers, you already know. I said,
yeah,
damn, why is it always about the numbers? Why can't you just say, you know what? Let me run my damn live stream. YouTube gonna pick your ass up. They gonna pick you up. Don't worry about it. You know? Oh, I got 900 people up in here.
yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But yeah,
You
you
know,
like
run
if
your
you
damn
start
live
mustard,
stream. Right.
you
Miss
know,
Lakers, you
I
already right. You
I
already
would
know.
rather have regular people come back that's just loyal to me than to sell myself on something
Right.
I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. And
It
you
just
know what?
ain't it.
I say the same thing. I say, you know what? I'm not a number checker, but I know it's a lot of people that, they are. They're number checkers, but what are you checking numbers for? Because they're in your live stream. There's still people are gonna still come and look at the replay. I mean, even though they're not in your chat, but
Right.
still though,
Yeah, the
you're trying to
replay is
like
where is that though. The replay is where is that. That's where you get most of your numbers from. Because a lot of people and see just like now, you gonna get on your replay because somebody else just went live at the same time you do. They get a whole lot of people in his live. You know what I'm saying? So, after they leave from over there, you know what I'm saying, they'll catch a replay, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So
And some of them, and you know what, and some of them, and I'm not saying all, but they
but
know who
someone
they are.
stop by and say hey and
Some of
then
them
leave,
wait
you
to
know.
just to see if you're gonna go live, and then they try to go right behind you and put up a live around the same time just to see. I mean, is this a race? I'm not gonna race with nobody.
Right.
Mm. I try to
Just,
stay
just
consistent. Like I said, I come on the weekdays, here and there at 9:30, and then on Fridays, I'm in here at 10 o'clock. That's it.
right.
You know, I was coming on. You remember a couple of weeks ago, I was coming on faithfully every single day,
Right.
every day. But then I was like, you know what? It, you
You
know,
was giving too much time for nothing. You got
yeah.
pissed and be like, I'm doing all this and that, and they over here. Yeah, you be too many other
Oh,
places.
girl,
In.
listen, I let them have it tonight. I was like, wait a minute, y'all
I
just
know.
don't know.
I knew
A
it was
bitch got
coming because you've been itching on it for the last couple of weeks. I knew it was
Listen,
coming eventually.
I gotta work like a goddamn runaway slave. And them content creators, they know what I'm talking about. They gotta sit up there, we gotta work, we gotta entertain and shit. You know what I mean? Even though,
But you know what? It's a different opening in the daytime. See, a lot of people do the evening because they know a lot of people like at home in the evening because they're at work in the daytime, but it's a daytime slot. You need to go into it because I noticed when you was going in the daytime, your numbers was just as many in the daytime as you was doing in the evening. If you look at
yeah,
your replays, you know what I'm saying, in your chat, and there's not any a lot of decent things there's not a lot in this sector that's live in the daytime over here. Except like the early morning news people, then it's like a couple in the daytime. So that's when you was doing that daytime, it's a slot for that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not hardly anyone live in the daytime. If there is, it's just, a couple. You know what I'm saying? But at nighttime, it's a lot of larger ones that, you competing with in the evening.
right, right, right. And I did my sipping hot tea with Miss P. I did that. I haven't done that in a while. So I probably will start that back because that was in the morning. That was like about like 9:30, 10, 11 or something like that. So
Mhm.
maybe I will start that back up as well because I was doing sipping hot tea with Miss P, and then I would come on at night. So I was coming on like twice a day, faithfully, like 2 weeks ago, like nonstop. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my god,
I know.
I'm cranking them out.
But it just take just working at it and finding where your lane is at. You know what I'm saying, and just go at it. You know what I'm saying, but just be content with what you got. You know what I'm saying, your Lord wants because like that's always gonna be. Because I'm just gonna tell you when when it's messy over here, I didn't even know half the people that be over here watch you even. You know what I'm saying? Like wow, I be like hey. I ain't
Mhm.
even because some of them you never seen over here. They be like, "Oh, I'm sub to you." You know, so I just be in the bushes. I'm like, you don't be that many people in the bushes. like,
Right, right,
it.
exactly, exactly. But but here's the thing, and this always happens in my live stream. Like, I'm only on here for 2 hours. So I always
Right.
say, damn, for me to be on 2 hours and yet I still have like 200, 300 views when I get off, it's like, where all these people at? They didn't. So I know that they're in the bushes, but they won't come in. It's like, okay, they're not coming in, but I know that they're
But then they
probably
catching the
listening
replay
from
too,
afar.
though, a lot. Yeah,
Huh?
they catch a lot of them catch the replay too, a lot.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of them do. Because I already
Yeah,
know when other people are on and stuff like that. Um,
right.
maybe they prefer to watch them, and that's cool. That's
Cause
cool
that's
because
cause that's where the drama at. That's where the action at.
yeah.
With those chats. It's so. But you know what I was thinking about when I saw your title. I'm like, oh, this is such a good title to be on, because I was just thinking about like when I was coming up, or back in the. I remember just like years ago when you actually wanted to meet somebody, you had to actually go places. You either met them in school, college, at the store, church, the mall, downtown, just out somewhere. You had to actually talk to people, actually get out and go mingle, meet people, out to the club, the bar, out to dinner, just all kind of places you can go,
Mm-hmm.
and meet people. Now you can just meet people right over the internet. You can meet somebody all the way across the world now.
Yes.
You can cheat easy now. Back in the old days, you had to put some work
Right.
in. You don't even have to do that now. When you say it's ruining marriages, oh my goodness, like
Yes. It's ruining
it's
marriages, and it's ruining relationships. That's why I'm saying all of these men, and I'm not saying all, but I'm saying what I've seen down these YouTube streets, and some of them say, I'm married or my wife and stuff like that. You be thinking like, wait a minute, I didn't know this person was married. You're up
right,
on YouTube.
right.
You're up on
hmm
YouTube, and you're trying to either make a date, or you're trying to,
You flirting with this person in
argue
the
with
chat,
somebody, or call other
right?
people bitches and out their names and whores and pull up.
And you
All of
got a
this stuff.
spouse,
But you saying you got a whole wife at home, or you got a whole girlfriend at home? That's gonna play a part. Eventually, somebody gonna say, you know what? It's either gonna be social media or it's going to be me, because I'm tired of you always being up on there. You know what I mean? You don't spend no time with me. We don't go to the movies. At one time, we were doing all of this. We were spending a lot of time, but because something you done got up on that social media, and done got hooked and got stuck up there, you forgot about what's important. You forgot about your marriage. You forgot about your kids.
but
You
it's
forgot
so
about your
many
home life.
things that don't happen now that make you don't have to go to movies now. You can get the movies they're playing at the movies at home before they even play in the movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Everything is so convenient now where you don't have to go
Everything.
out anymore. You know what I'm
Everything.
saying?
Exactly. Exactly. It's got to the point where now, Miss Lakers, believe it or not, you can even get married online.
Yeah,
You don't
online.
even have to
I
go.
know,
You don't have to
I
go to the
know,
courthouse
I
no
know.
more.
I
You know what I
know,
mean?
right? Ain't that crazy? You know what I'm saying? You can.
Yes.
I was like, wow, you can do everything. Have a baby at home. Well, you can been
Yeah.
have a
And you
baby
know
at
what
home.
I
I'm just
found
saying.
out too?
Uh,
They even holding funerals. They even holding
Yes,
funerals
over the
online.
internet, over the internet.
Yes.
Everything is so convenient now.
It's
You don't have to
crazy.
do anything. Like
Hey,
when my
Candy, what's
mom
going on with
passed,
you, girl?
Hey,
it,
how you
it,
guys doing?
You took back your membership? You're not showing me love
No,
no
no,
more?
no, 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 no. I'm working on getting it fixed. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not
Oh,
taking
okay.
it.
Because I said, oh, she don't took her membership. You okay?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no, no. I just
but
I just
I feel
changed
like
that.
I would rather give you the money than give you 30%.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real. I got it because you was hollering, but I'm like, okay, Patricia, you just gonna get straight the money. I'm not gonna keep paying YouTube 30%. I don't feel like
Right.
YouTube get enough money already. I don't feel like I should
Yes,
have to,
yeah, I know
know.
they do. I know
Yes,
they
so I
do.
would cash app you. So it won't be no another thing about mine. I'm just gonna tell you, I send you that little money, $10 or whatever every month. I'm not gonna keep paying YouTube no money. You know, no,
But
you
all
know.
right, Miss Lakers. However you do it, I mean, it's whatever. You know what I mean? So, Candy, what's going on with you, girl? I ain't seen you down these YouTube streets.
I
Yeah,
haven't
I
been.
ain't seen.
I haven't been on the YouTube streets today, hardly.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Don't it be peaceful when you don't come on here?
Oh yeah, it's so much peaceful. But
Yeah, I don't even like it no more. It's getting like I said. Besides the people like I really support, I don't like it. Like it's so phony. You know
What's
what, Patricia?
wrong?
I heard the other day that somebody told me they like Patricia has talked. They was like, but Lakers, you know Patricia don't really like you. I'm like, oh, she don't. I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, that's
Are
good
you
to know.
serious, Miss Lakers?
Yes, yes. They told me they was like, ooh, Lakers, it's so many people on YouTube that don't like you. I'm like, oh wow. I'm like, well, no, I know the couple of people that don't like me. You know what I'm saying? But they was like, oh, it's so many more people than that. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, if they don't tell me, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
whatever.
If it doesn't, that person's
Yeah,
not.
whatever. Yeah, whatever is whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't be on here for nobody to like me anyway. This is not my real life. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a heck.
So
You can't.
But
somebody told you that
yes, they said Patricia can't stand you. She talk about you like a dog. I'm like, you know what? I'm like,
that is not true, Miss Lakers. You are here
like
on my live
Patricia,
stream, and Candy
Patricia,
can vouch for you too.
can't
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't talk
Patricia can't
about
know
you at all, Miss Lakers. You're my
Patricia
best
can't
friend.
know Patricia can't nobody tell me about me and can't nobody. You know what? And this the thing. The person who told me this don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
So right, yeah. That's what it was. And I felt that, and I told her, I said, I'm gonna tell her that, that I heard that she didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna tell her because it's so funny. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Well, you
anyway,
know what?
I'm
I
like,
know. You know what? I know it's probably. I'm pretty sure it's probably a lot of people that don't like me. But this is YouTube. You know what I mean?
You can't please everybody though. You're not here to please everybody.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
please yourself before you do that.
But I know where I know where Miss Lakers is going with this because I'm pretty sure it's the same person that I had problems with in the past.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? The same
mhm.
person. That's all right. That's all right. We ain't gonna get on that person because that's a lot I can say. There's a lot I can say. Yeah.
and
What'd you say,
it's
Miss
just
Lakers?
amazing how people say stuff like to just start stuff with other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so what they supposed to? I supposed to went and ran to you and be like, oh, Patricia, somebody told me. Get the heck out. I am 57 years old. I wish I would. I don't do that he say, she say stuff. Get the heck out of here.
See, there
Miss
be less
Lakers, I
drama.
bet
You
I told
actually
you they're
check the
trying to
sources
get
of the
you.
drama.
They're trying to get you to battle because they want to put up. They want to do. They
Mhm.
want to use you
That's
as
content.
content. So they can make a whole live about Miss Lakers. I got this and this and that. And I'm telling you, that's all.
Girl, please. I get that all the time. I don't fall for that. I ain't finna be on here yelling and screaming with nobody.
Right.
It ain't.
What'd you say, Candy?
So there'd be so much less drama. People sit listening what someone hearsays. If you go back to the person who they're allegedly talking about and ask for yourself, you get the truth instead of going by based on what
Right.
drama. But people go
Right.
by
Yeah.
before they go back and check their source.
Right, right. But
Someone's
you know
talking
what?
negative about somebody, you
It's
gotta
just
check
like I
that
tell
person.
everybody. You know what? Run your damn life. People gonna talk shit about you, but don't
Hmm.
don't feed in because I think, like I said before, that's what they want you to do. They want you to
Exactly.
feed in because that's going to give them something to talk about. Because half of them they don't have no content. They don't. So now they just got to come up with some spicy shit. Because all that other stuff is not working for them, or done got too old.
It
That's
doesn't
what
even
it
have
is.
to be
They got
spicy
too
But
old
nowadays.
now.
I knew they was people was working on this because when they started bringing up that I was messing with your channel on this, I'm like, oh, they trying to work up some mess between me and Patricia. I'm like, I'm
Yep.
not finna fall for this garbage. I'm not finna fall for this.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Um, I'm telling you, it's some Patrick. Hey, if you want to come up, the link is dropped.
Hey Patrick.
So it's a lot of live streams going on tonight. Miss Lakers, you say, or
Oh,
No, yeah, but it's some ones that keep a lot of people in the chat going. Yeah.
okay, okay,
That that's in this sector that where the subs come to all the same ones. Yeah.
yeah.
So a lot of
Yeah,
people be over.
it's the same. It's you know what? It's the same people, the same thing, the same results. You know what I mean? And
And I wonder do people not pay attention that y'all sharing all the same subs.
no,
Like
they
ain't
don't
nobody.
understand that.
Like do they understand that all the same subs is
They don't. They
it's
don't
recycled.
understand.
Recycle from one content creator to the next. They all going like you take
No, because
one
of
story over
so
here, take the story to the next show, then take the story to the next show after that, and back and forth, back and forth. Lord.
Right, exactly. And it's just you know what? It's the same thing. So I'd be like, you know what? Whatever. And I tell everybody that all the time. I'm like, you know what? We all got the same subs. You know,
Right.
and even though
Right.
one content creator may not like me, that's all right. You got some of my subs, just like I got some of yours.
Some of your right. Not
You know what I
no
mean?
doubt, no doubt about it, no
Right,
doubt.
but you know
Everybody
what?
see
I
the
also
same
thought
people, same
about
thing.
this too, Miss Lakers. I also thought about this too. I'm thinking like, maybe a lot of times that's probably why some of us, I'm not saying all, but I believe maybe that's the reason why some of us lose our subscribers and gain subscribers, because maybe maybe the content creator that we don't fell out with, and some of their subscribers are some of our subscribers, and then they get mad and get in their feelings and be like, I'm gonna unsubscribe to her, you know and I believe that's how a lot of content creators lose their
Mhm.
subscribers. But then there's also some that that will subscribe too, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah. What'd you say, Patrick? Patrick said he just ate his steak. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, but I noticed that like during the day, because you're right, Miss Lakers, because I be looking like during the day just to see who's on and stuff, and you really
Hardly
don't see
nobody.
nobody on but Mahaya.
Yeah.
You really don't see
Mahia,
nobody on, right? You don't,
Room Shaker, Erica every once in a while.
right? I see
Polar
Erica
every
on,
Polar every once in a while.
right. But Polar
It ain't
don't
a
come
lot in
on
the
like
day.
he used to. Polar don't come on like he used to. And I know
Mm-mm.
that after a while, once I guess it's like this. I guess once that you got good content, you're good. You're good either way. You really don't have to come on every single
Yeah,
day.
he know he can get his numbers in
Right,
a live or two a week. Yeah, he can get it.
right, exactly. Who's this person here? Wow, slavery did the lady and all the who
Mhm.
are you?
Who?
Um, yeah, I think this person is new, or he's a troll. Let me put up this comment. He said, wow, slavery has did this lady up.
Who is? That's a
Oh my
troll.
god. Yeah,
That.
it's a
Right
troll. I'm
here.
just gonna put him in timeout. Go cool down, come back.
Everything.
Go cool down, come back. Okay, just the other years I've been. Oh yeah. See, Joe's another one. Yeah, Joe's been in these YouTube streets for a
Oh
while too.
yeah, I seen Joe when I first started coming on here. Yeah,
Now, where did you see him at? Did you see him in Timbo's?
him. I think there and yours and Triggers, if I'm mistaken. Was he in
Okay.
Triggers? No, he might not. That might have been Pressure and Triggers. I be getting Joe and Big Pressure mixed up. I'm trying to see. I know I saw Joe a lot in yours when I first came over here with you, so it might have been from Timbo's over here. But I know
Oh, okay.
I think I met Joe either yours or Tim. I know for sure I met him over here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I know he's
I'm
been
trying to
around in
see
these
where
YouTube
else.
streets.
Was it at Polars? I can't remember where I saw Joe at, but I know I was seeing Joe for a while on here. I've been here a year and a
Oh,
half.
okay.
So I've been seeing him since I've been on.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Where did yeah, Joe came from Timbo's channel. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he's been around. He's been around for a
With that
couple of
same
years.
picture, with that thing, never
The
changed that
same
picture.
picture. Yep. Yep. Him and Mafia Mac. They got the
Yeah,
same picture.
Mafia Max. Yes,
And
the same
we've
picture
known
thing,
Mafia
never
for
changed.
over 2-3 years, and he still got the same picture. Hey, Patrick,
Hey, what's up? What's going on, y'all?
what's going
Hey,
on?
Patrick.
Well,
Nothing much.
tonight's tonight's topic, Patrick. And you could chime in. It's just that I was just saying, it's social media breaking up marriages and relationships. What's
Breaking
your
Well,
up
take on that?
everything.
well, I mean, well, the ones that always be on Facebook and always on live and everything like that, and not containing home. I'm pretty sure it might be. You know, it might be
But
causing
not
some
even just that
arguments
way, Patrick.
and
Just think now it's easier to meet other people and cheat with social
Mhm.
media.
yeah, that is true because even though you just having fun and everything else, and you just flirting online or whatever like that, that's some ways of cheating because your mind is not focused on home; it's focused on
No,
what's
I'm just
going on
saying, like a
online.
lot of people meet people online and meet them outside of the internet. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
If you see,
that's
like now,
true.
because I watch a lot of cases that ended divorce, and they be like, "Where you meet them at?" Oh, on Facebook or on
Yep.
Instagram. It's always on
Mm-hmm.
social media nowadays
Yeah,
where people
yeah.
meet
Right,
somebody
right,
Or they
at.
right.
got those, or they got those. Now they got those dating sites.
Right,
Mhm.
like plenty of fish.
Oh, it's a book up. What's that for women? Plenty of fish. What the
No,
heck?
plenty of fish. Plenty of fish is it's another dating site.
I
Another
wouldn't
dating
even call it
site
dating. People use it for other
that people,
things.
yeah, all over the world or whatever. You just pick what location you want to, you want to chit chat or get to know somebody, and
Yeah,
then
hold
yeah.
up. And then not
Wow.
only that, people exposing people cheating online because you can find out everything about somebody now. They can tell you they ain't married. You go look them up on social media. They are married. They got a girl. Oh, you was talking to me? You lied. You hit that
Right.
person up. You be like it's
Right,
so
right.
much.
And technically,
Oh
you don't
man,
even have to go and do no footwork or nothing. Only thing you got to do is sit your butt in the computer and do some research like that, and you'll find a lot of shit out.
yes. Oh my goodness
And you don't have
gracious.
to go outside.
I can say something. We didn't have Instagram or Facebook. Our children have it, but we didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Shoot,
nothing
I'm about
in
to go.
our
I'm about to go
household.
way back. I'm about to go way back. I
You talking
remember
about
when.
MySpace? MySpace?
Yes, MySpace.
You know
Yes,
what?
I heard
yes.
Listen,
about that. I heard
I
about
came
that.
up.
What was
Listen,
that
I
about?
came up in the. I don't remember. I know my kids had it when they was young, but I came up in a no computer age, so it was hard for me to get into computers because I'm used to a phone book. I'm used to a map when I go somewhere. I wasn't used to a computer. Like it took me a minute to when I ain't had no choice that I turn on the computer. You know what I'm saying? When I couldn't, not fight it no more. When I had
Right,
kids, I had
right.
to learn it because my kids went from having to have a little disk drive, the little flash drive you take to school and stick in the computers at
Hmm.
school. They went from that to having to have internet and a computer at home. I'm like, how
Yep.
you gonna force me to get a computer and an
And the
internet
first,
at
and
home
the
when I
first
don't
thing
want
they
it?
had, the first thing they had as internet is Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo. Yeah, do you remember the broadband? You had to wait for it to go up like
Yeah.
remember when it used to load up? I used to be like, what the heck? You had to have this long Ethernet cord tracking over the
Yes.
house. What the heck? But when they
Yeah,
came out
now
with
things done.
wireless,
You're right. Things done got so different. I'll tell you, boy. Ooh wee. Mm.
I watched it
Man.
change, but I'm telling you, I mean, I remember the first cell phone I had was a big old purse thing. I mean, that phone was so heavy, had to carry it around, had the receiver cord to it, that you could stretch it to your ear. I remember having the cell
Hmm.
phone mounted in my Cadillac. 'Cause, Cadillac, that was the cars,
Oh
luxury
yeah,
cars I was into.
they all had the
Yeah,
cell phones
I had
and
my
right
Cadillac
there in the
DeVille with the
console.
phone, man. He couldn't tell me nothing.
Yep.
I
Wow.
remember the first DeVille had a 1990 Cadillac DeVille that had the phone mounted in it, had my big white walls on it. Man, you
Oh
can
yeah,
tell
the
me
white
nothing.
wall tires. The white wall tires was out. It was there.
Man, the white wall tires with the Cadillac Trues on it, man, you can't tell me nothing. I was the
Yes, man.
So
Okay.
was MySpace like
Yeah, what was MySpace like? Wasn't that when you
right,
group
right.
chatted
Tell us
at?
what it was, Patrick.
Yeah, it was pretty much like it wasn't like no
Group
dating
chat.
thing or whatever like that. It was similar like for Facebook, but Facebook took over. So then they got rid of that, and
What
then it
about the
was
chat
Facebook.
line? Wasn't it a chat line too? A chat
Oh,
line
you remember
thing?
the chat line? Yeah, when you
I
call
got
everybody,
listen, I got kids that's
be
in their
like, yeah,
30s,
I'm
okay?
dark, I'm dark.
I remember having to knock my girls out because I heard them talking to boys on a and it was like about 20 people on the line. I'm just listening and then I see when no cell phone then they was on the house phone, okay?
Yep,
And I
yep.
remember picking up a house phone and I was like, what the holy heck? I'm like, do I hear
Be,
boys on this line? But you know, it was
be like, yes,
their girlfriends on there, but the boys is I guess they clicked into the line. Man, I
this
went
how it
and
used
knocked
to
their
be
butts
though.
out.
This how it
Yeah.
used to be. Yeah, I'm tall, I'm dark skinned, caramel eyes with brown eyes, sway hair. We could meet up here and there. I used to meet people off of that. Like it's crazy. Me, my brother, my sisters, we all used to meet up with people off of that chat line junk.
Hold on, look, I can say mine if they went to school when they met them, but because we did that
Yeah,
dropping off and
yeah,
picking up, we dropped our
yep.
kids off and picked them up, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no detouring, you know what I'm saying? Like my kids be like,
Hmm.
how old we gonna be when we get to walk to school on our own when you come out of there? That's when you're in college, you can go to school on your own. Other than that, you won't be walking to school and detouring on me. We messed up.
Hmm. Wow, I remember
But
all
so,
those
how many
days
people
that you
used to be
talking
like on
about.
a? How many people y'all used to be able to have on the phone? You could have unlimited on a
You
chat
could,
line, couldn't you? It wasn't no
you
limit
could,
how many
I
people could be on
think,
there.
I think that it was like a minimum of 3 or 4 people, I
Oh no,
believe.
it was more than that because I remember when I caught my girls on there, it was more people on there than that. Unless they had like maybe three-way calling hooked up to, you know what I'm saying, where they had multiple chat lines going.
But you
But
know
I
what?
remember some of the kids on there with them wasn't even in the same state as us. I was like, how y'all doing this? Do you have to
Hmm.
have a code you put in or something when you called it or something like?
Well, you
How does it
call,
work?
right? You call and then you tell them, you gotta describe who you are and all that stuff like that, and then how you look and all that stuff like that, and then there's a code that you put in, and then when
Right.
you put in that code like that, you could get connected to people that's seeking whoever you want to listen to. Like if I be like, oh yeah, well my name is Patrick, blah blah blah, and you want to sink in and you want to talk to me, you could press the number and send a message to me. And then once I get that message like that, I will respond back to you like that, and then I can
That was
connect other
before
people.
DMing came out, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, man. I remember, man, I was just like so as a parent. Like when my kids wanted
That
a
used to
cell
be
phone,
fun though, because I
I
used
was
to just
like,
go on there
no.
for fun. My brother, he used to always try to hook up with every damn body.
Jeez. We all know somebody like that.
Huh?
Even though my girls is like, in their teens, like
He was like, "Come on,
15,
bro,
14, I
let's
still
go
just
ride
didn't
our
like.
bikes over here on the other side of town." Like we used to be. Yeah, I had those days. Oh my gosh, man.
How old, Patrick, if you don't mind telling, how old are you? In your
Me,
30s? You in your 30, your early 30s or late 30s?
late 30s.
Okay, see, I got kids in the early 30s and the late. So yeah, y'all was coming up that same time with that. Oh goodness
Hmm.
gracious.
So let me ask you something, Patrick. So MySpace back then when they had it, could you date? I mean, could you send messages and try to hook
MySpace,
up?
You couldn't
MySpace
see each
was,
other. You couldn't see each other though. You
yeah, you
couldn't,
couldn't
right?
see each other or anything on MySpace. MySpace was more set up like a social media, as you could talk and you could see people pictures. It's playing background music as the page is going like that. But
Oh,
no, but then Facebook took over, and then after Facebook took over like that, that's when MySpace went in the back of the page, and they forgot about it, and it went ghost. And then Facebook became the new thing.
right, because you can actually call somebody on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's more up to date. But you gotta remember though, all of our information, even though we on there, on Facebook or whatever like that is connected to one source. And that one source person like that is just like a computer hacker or whatever like that. That person got every information about you or whatever. You could delete your page. Somebody could still go into your old page, seek information, make a fake page of you, and pretend like they are actually you and they not you.
Oh wow.
Very true.
So I was always wondering how Facebook, how
I
you're
could get a
able to.
picture. I could get a picture off of your page. Okay, I could get a picture off of your page, create a whole nother page, and get photos and stuff from your pictures and from your old page that you had in prior, and make it seem like I'm you, but I could be somebody else. That's why whenever you get all those friend requests and everything else like that, you got to be careful. You got to make sure that that person is actually the person that you already have saved as your friend is that person, because other than that, you're going to be accepting as friend requests, and it could be scammers, it could be other people that's pretending to be another person.
Mm,
Oh,
wow.
you know what? I just got Instagram. Since I've been on YouTube, because I'm not gonna give out my personal number to just anybody. I just got it like
You
maybe
want to
like
give
two
your
months.
number to me? That's how you feel? Let me
Yeah,
stop. I'm kidding.
I didn't
I'm
know
I'm gonna
kidding.
give
that
it to you.
Instagram. But see,
Uh,
I didn't know that you could get you Instagram. You can't call nobody on Instagram, can you?
yes, you can. Yes, you
Yeah, you
can.
can.
Yes,
Oh,
you
I never
can.
even knew that.
Yeah,
And
I
nobody
just found it out, girl. I just found
And
out.
you got to
So I've been
realize
on it for
this.
like two
Anything
months
you got
now.
to And you got to realize this: anything that you have video calls or whatsoever like that, they have all your personal information to your whatever sources that you started it from.
Yeah, but
Mm.
what's funny though? I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe that. Like the way thing, what the only thing I liked it about social media is that my kids had it, so I never. It was no reason for us to get it. Me and my husband just decided. I know it was something. I told him he can do it if he wanted to. I just didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I don't want the garbage either. But 'cause we came up in the old days where you just was private. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't tell. Everybody wasn't all about all your business and everything. And
Hmm.
but what was the only thing good about it is that we got to see our family. You can keep in touch with your family that's out of town more and see them regularly. You know what I'm saying? With
Hmm.
social media. That was the only thing I thought was good about it. You know what I'm saying? And with me having kids, I thought it was good that they can keep in touch with their cousins and stuff that was like everywhere. Even ones that they
But
had
now
never met in
everybody
person.
talking about what they did when they first woke up or their relationships or whatever,
Man, or what they
all
having
that
for
crazy
breakfast,
stuff. And
lunch,
I'm
and
like,
different.
what?
They sitting there eating on
I'm
the
like, why
thing.
would you
Oh,
put your whole life out there, especially if you friends with people at work and they putting all that
right,
information out there? Oh, girl, I done sat here and I slept with this person and da da da, and
right. And you know how
or
many
they blame or
employers, how many
the
people when you
thing
go
that
get it for a
kills me.
job, they put up your social media. When you go
Yep.
get jobs, they go
And the
look and
thing
see
that
your
kills me
social media.
before we became illegal, here or whatever like
Man,
that,
people had marijuana all on social media. Yeah.
all
Oh my
over. And I'm
goodness.
like, I'm surprised these people have a job. Like, I am
Right.
shocked.
Hold on, they go to a job and put out. Did you use any drugs? No. But you got a pound of weed sitting on your your Facebook,
Right, right, right,
Instagram page. You
right.
know
Right,
what I'm
and
saying?
you
I
know,
never
I heard that
understand
that's
that.
what they do
Like I
now.
wake and bake. I
Right,
wake and bake every morning.
right,
I
and you know
got
what? I don't know if this is true or not, but I also heard that when companies, some of these companies that you're trying to go into and you want to try to get hired, and they ask you about your Facebook. You know what I mean, or they do the
Mhm.
background check and check to see if you got a Facebook, if you got an Instagram and stuff like that. They try. I believe that's how some of them
But
get
I
those
think
Well,
they
this
made
background
one,
a
checks.
I'm
thing.
about to
But I
start.
think
You
they
know how
made
to,
it with didn't they make a
okay.
law or something that companies could not discriminate against you because of your social media or something like that? If I ain't
Yeah,
mistaken.
they did.
I think
Because
but they
at
still do
one
it
point,
anyway. They still
right,
do it
but
anyway, brother. Go
because
ahead,
I'm
babe.
a manager, so at one point, what we do is whenever a person state their name, and everything like that. We look up their background check and make sure that they don't have no criminal records and make sure they haven't had no type of violations or abuse or anything like that. Like that's the stuff that we leak into, and then we look at because the fingerprinting tells everything. That's why we always send people for fingerprinting because that tells everything about you. That's your whole life.
Right, right,
But
right.
your name and your information, your social and all that stuff like that, what we do look at social media stuff to make sure you're not posting anything about the company and all that other stuff like that. We do that. But now since the law say that we cannot do that or whatever like that, and people are actually doing drugs, but we still look into it because if you're not getting medical marijuana or anything like that, then that's considered as you just getting it on your own. So we
Right.
could still force you for getting the job. We could still say no, we can't hire you like that because we see this in your life and we see that in your record like that, in your medical records like that, that you you wasn't prescribed to have that medication, that weed in your system. So we could deny your application and you'll be disqualified from that for at least about a year or two, like that, at least if you come clear.
But you know
Because
what?
the
And
type
then you
of
see how many
type
high
of job
profile people.
because
I mean,
the type of job that I do, I'm dealing with memory care patients. So our job requires a state certified. Like you got to take a state certified test. You got to pass that test. You got to be as 100% because you're dealing with people, families, and stuff like that with dementia. Different stages of dementia. It's 3 stages of dementia. So you got to be able to know what you're doing whenever something happens.
and you don't want nobody, even though like weed not like a drug that it's not considered a drug to me because it's grown, it's actually is a herb and that's why it's good. It stays in your body, the time it does because it's actually
But
something
you
that's,
don't supposed
good
to
for your
take it
body. Yeah.
if it is if it is a medication for you to take like that. That's something that you're supposed to do off hours. That's when
Right.
you're at home. But if you actually operate in a vehicle or you come in to work like that,
Right. You don't need to be
then
doing.
you could get in
Yeah.
trouble for that.
But what I was gonna say, but then you see how many people like get busted on their life for racism, you like you said, the drugs, cheating. You know, you social media gets so many people caught up in different things. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Hmm.
people that commit crimes. You know what I'm saying? Get busted through the internet. All kind of stuff get done. And like they always say, nothing is gone forever. And when you put it on the internet, it's there forever. You know what I'm saying? And like people think that they erase like their computer or their phone when they do a crime, and the police like confiscate their computers at home and at work and stuff, and they be like, "Oh, I erased it." Oh no, there's another backup thing. You did not erase it all. It's not gone. It's still there. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
social media is a curse and a help. At the same time. You know. Somebody it was meant to be for something good, and like with anything, people found a way to use it. For bad.
Yeah. Right. You're right, Miss Lady. Because
Hmm.
I was always wondering when people put up videos and they decide, you know what, I don't want this. I'm gonna delete it. Okay, you thinking
It's
that
not deleted.
you
It
thinking that
takes
it's
at least
deleted, and you
when
thinking
you
that YouTube deleted it, but where does it really go?
No, let me tell you, I'm about to explain to you. Whenever you delete any messages or whatever like that, it sticks for 30 days before it's professionally deleted.
And
I didn't
You
then
know.
heard
I
me?
didn't know that. I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
and then
Yeah, y'all was
everybody,
dead for a minute. I thought I
somebody
lost y'all.
erased something.
But no, whenever you delete or erase anything, it stays for 30 days still until it's all the way deleted. And it'll tell you that whenever you delete something like that, it'll be like, okay, well, within 30 days like that, it'll be permanently deleted. So that means
And then
that,
somebody
and
always recording something when you put it up, so you might not
yeah,
help if somebody else got it though.
yeah.
Mm. Right, but see, that's the thing. We thinking that it's deleted off of we thinking that, it's deleted off of YouTube, but if YouTube saying that your video is deleted, okay, but where does it go? So does
It's in
YouTube
Skype.
really
It's
delete
in
it?
the air. It's in the air.
It's in the
If a
cloud, what
hacker
they call
want to
the
get it,
cloud.
yeah, it's in the cloud. So I could get it, somebody else could get it, or whatsoever like that. If you're a computer geek and you on the computer 24/7, and that's all you do, and you sit at home all day and you're not doing anything but just searching online, looking to see what you want to look at or whatsoever like that, you one of those person that will actually catch something like that.
Okay, so you're saying that they can get it, but they still wouldn't be able to re-upload it on YouTube because once you
Oh,
delete it, YouTube's not
they
going to
can
allow it.
if they a hacker could get into anything, everything, internet, phones,
You ain't
whatever
never
you wanna,
lied.
yeah, everything. That's why they want to tell you, like around the holidays, to be careful about using your credit cards or
Telling
whatever
people
like that.
you going out of town and
They
stuff
tell
on the
people,
internet. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they tell people to use prepaid cards instead if you want to shop online and everything like that, because there's always hackers that's always going to be online, that's going to be
Mhm.
lurking for everything. And once they get it, they're going to. Have you ever had a amount in your account that was like out of there and you like, oh, how did that happen? That was not me. Da, 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 like that. No, and you fighting against your bank about it like that. So then they had to cancel your account or freeze your account.
Oh yeah, you
I
have
don't
And
to
had
go
that
through a
done
lot of
several
stuff,
times, but
right?
this is the thing. I had it done, and I wasn't even on the internet paying bills. Let me tell you how one of mine was done. One of them was done when a vehicle was stolen. You know what I'm saying? You know how sometimes you leave a checkbook or something. I had a checkbook in my armrest that I had always left, in my car, so I would never forget it. This was years ago, and when my vehicle got stolen, they got the checkbook and they went online and bought a whole lot of stuff. This before like it got like real. This happened like in 2004. And then another thing that I had done was how you pay at the when you go out places with your card, people can take your card and write down, your number or whatever, and your number on the back, your little security
Uh-huh.
code, and then use your card online. So
Right.
yeah, it's a mess.
And
Mm.
you also want to be careful of going up to gas stations and using your card, and then the card is saying,
Oh
okay, go see
yeah,
cashier. You want to be
right.
careful about that also, because it could be, I mean, you got to realize when these gas stations close at night, who is out there? Anything could happen.
Yeah, you know what?
Now they starting to purchase skeleton keys for gas stations and everything else like that. I seen videos on it. We talked about it and everything else like that. But they making skeleton keys, excuse me, for gas stations like that, so that they could get people information and everything else. This was also
That
news
happened to my
like
one of
a
my
couple of
my
years ago about that, because people are putting up fake scanners. So as you scanning
right
your
at the
card and you
gas
punching your
station.
code in,
Right.
yeah.
They scanning your
So
card information. My god sister had that done to her. She at the gas station, right? And while she pumping gas, at the same time her card was being used in North Carolina for a ton of money. And they called her card did, they had put a block on it and was like, your card, it was used at the gas station, but then right after that it was used in North Carolina. I mean, like fast before she could even know it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
Wow.
yeah, so it was in no time, thank goodness the banks be seeing stuff, like to know like, wow, okay, she in this state, Ohio doing this, but at the same time, how she in North Carolina? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Mm.
But I
But
used to get mad.
excuse me,
I
y'all.
used
My wife is calling me.
Go ahead,
okay, we
Patrick. Go
good.
ahead. Go ahead,
I
Miss
used to
Wiggins.
get
Hold up.
mad. I used to get mad all the time when my debit, my bank used to block
Hello.
my card But now
Mhm.
I thank goodness they do it because like I had went out of town one time and I was at the gas station pumping gas and my card. I'm just sitting here scanning, put my debit card in, the pump or whatever, and it's not going through. So I get a call from the bank and they be like, "Are you, in so and so place using whatever, whatever, whatever?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, my card not going through, and they was like, "We put a security block on it because like, you hardly ever do this, or if I spend a large amount of money, I usually have to call my, the number on the back, for after hours when the bank closed to let them know I'm finna do it because if not, they'll block it because like I don't do a whole lot of when you do something out of character, they put a block on your stuff. But I'm glad they do that because I have had identity theft like by like 3 or 4 times and it was nothing nice.
Mm. Wow. That's something. No, oh Patrick left out.
Yeah, he said his wife was calling, so he
Mm.
wanted to.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I guess I mean I guess we just I don't know. I guess we just all gotta be we all gotta be careful, Um and like I said, I mean I guess you learn something new every day because I didn't even think that Instagram you would be able to call people on that like you would do
girl,
on
when I found
Facebook.
that out, I'm like, ooh, wait. I'm like, wow, that's neat. And then it's also not neat because like people you might not even want calling you can call your phone. And that's what I was gonna say can mess up a relationship because like if somebody call you on your phone, like you don't even have to get somebody permission to call you on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a block or that person blocked, they can just call right through. And I did
Mhm.
not. I didn't know that part. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's why with my Instagram you would never know it's me unless I told you. No picture up, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got my name either, nowhere near my name.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it's crazy because I did not know that. Let me tell you, my god sister and her man got into it over that because a guy called her on Instagram that she didn't even know, but he called herself trying to talk to her, and her dude was like, what the heck going on? She like, I don't know him or whatever. And let me tell you how foul he was. He act like he did know her. You know what I'm saying? And just thank goodness her dude know she wasn't. Her husband knew she wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't fall for it. And she closed her whole Instagram page down. I was like, I know that's right. She like it wasn't even worth it, messing up her relationship.
Mhm. Yeah. But like I said, and I'll say it again, it just seemed like, you know, um, some social medias they're breaking marriages up. They're breaking relationships up, you know? And like you
It's
said, it's
not
so many
social
ways.
media, it's the people.
It's the people that use it. That's what I was
You
gonna
can't
say.
blame social media. It's the
And that's
people.
what I said
If you
earlier. I said
feel
people
that
took
if you
something that
feel like
supposed to
a
been
person
good and
if you
used
feel
to
like
make
a
it
person's supposed to be one on one with you, they online seeking for other things, that means that their main focus wasn't on you. Their main
But
focus
right.
social
was
media
no,
is
hold on,
an
hold on, hold on.
enticement though. Okay, go
Listen.
ahead.
Their main focus was okay, they with you, but they seeking for other. So if they seeking for other, then they really not with you. So you need to kick their ass out the door.
Okay. But I think
You get what
social
I'm
media
saying? You got to kick them out the door because they sitting there, they saying they care about you and everything else like that, but they on social media seeking and flirting and everything else. That's still considered as cheating.
mm,
That's still considered as cheating. I could sit here, like me. I'm a married man and everything else like that. But you remember when Erica and the Candy, everybody was on like that, and I'm just sitting there showing myself, or I'm
right,
sitting
right,
there
right.
like just having fun or whatever like that. Now, if my wife really wanted to look at it, that's considered as flirting. That's cheating behind closed doors. You showing your body, you talking to somebody, you making comments and everything else like that. They're considered as cheating. So if she
Mm,
wanted to be nasty, she could consider that as cheating. Like, okay, I'm cheating on her with somebody else like that, but it's online, social media. You get
mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? But it
mm-hmm.
wasn't like that because my wife is here. You get what I'm
Right,
saying? We all having
right.
a great time. We all know that we supporting your page. So it's just all about fun. But other than that, though, it's other people that do that on a regular and they have kids and everything else like that, but they more online than spending time what they supposed to do for their family.
So it's virtual cheating.
Correct.
Mm, okay, okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see that too. But you already know, like I said, sometimes a person's, a person that that has a boring life or something like that, or is just not happy in their lives or their marriage or their relationships, and they get up on YouTube. Two things can happen. Either they could say, you know what, I'm not with this. I'm gonna turn the computer off, or they're gonna sit and they're gonna start looking and see what's going on, and then they're going to enjoy it, and then they're gonna be like, you know what, I'm kind of hooked now. I'm hooked.
Okay, now do you remember at a certain point in time when I used to always be up on your live and
Mm-hmm.
everything else like that? And I was like, you know what? I had to take a break from you. Not I was still supporting you and everything else like that, but I needed to spend time with my wife and my kids, go on outings, go to the movies, go
Exactly.
out to
That's where
eat,
I'm going
go
with
to the
this. It's a
mall,
lot of them
go
that
get
don't
some
do it.
jewelry, go do stuff like that because
Right.
my time was basically working at work for all these hours, coming home, don't want to be bothered, eating, chilling, do what I got to do with the wife. You know what I'm saying? Not spending time with the kids. The kids like, Dad, when we gonna do this? I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't feel like doing nothing. But my black ass could sit up here and be on YouTube all the way until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Preach, Patrick, preach. Because I'm
So
telling you, a lot is
I had
very
to
sensitive. A
change
lot of
that.
people in these relationships need to hear it.
So I had to change that. So I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to be on YouTube. I'm going to sit here, spend quality time with my kids and everything else. And let me tell you, I seen a whole big difference in my kids with them being in school and everything. And my son, this is freshman year in high school like that. I seen a change
Mm-hmm.
in his attitude of how he acted in school and everything else because my black ass was like, you know what? I'm going to go to work, do this, make this money, do what I got to do like that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to take this time with my kids. Even if I got to go and walk, you know, we go to the park, take the dogs to the park, or
Right.
just go and get some ice cream, or just go and do something like that. Now, literally, you know my pattern. When you call me, you
Exactly,
be like, yo,
exactly.
Patrick. You be like, yo, Patrick, what you doing? Oh, I'm at the movie theater. Right or
Right.
wrong?
You spend time with
You
see,
know,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
I've been doing a lot of stuff besides being on social media, even though I'll be wanting
But
to
you know
jump
what
on
else,
there,
Patrick? And
but
people
I've been
think you
doing that.
need money. You think you need money to have a good time. I'm like you.
Nah, you
I
don't.
love to go to the park. I love to go walking at the
When we
lake
had
or the
snow,
Right.
when
beach.
we had
You
all
don't
that
cost
snow up
nothing.
Yeah,
here,
man, we go
we had
sled
all that snow up here.
riding.
I went
Man,
sledding.
please.
My
Yeah,
black
we do
ass
that
went
too.
sledding. I never
Yeah.
went sledding ever in my life, but I
Oh
went
man, we
sledding with
got
my
sleds.
kids.
Lord, we love sled riding.
Because you find other things to do. You find other things to do, whether always being on social media, and your kids, and they'll see the difference in that, and they'll be like, wow, okay, he's starting to spend more time with us. At one time, we couldn't get him off of the computer. We couldn't,
Yeah, ain't
because
no
every
cell
time,
phone allowed at the dinner table. You can't do that. Like, you know what I'm
And you
saying?
want
You
to know?
gotta
You
put
want
a
to know
limit to
something?
it.
Let
Hmm?
me tell y'all something, and this is from the heart. One thing that caught my eye is like my son sat here, we had dinner together, and he was like, Dad, I know you be working and I know you be doing what you gotta do and everything else like that, but I love you and I wanna have more time with you, Dad. That's all I'm asking for is more time.
mm,
That right
Uh,
there, that
it
right
touched
there
your heart. It
woke
touched
me
your
up.
heart.
right.
And I
Right.
was like, you
But
know
some
what? He's
parents,
14. I was
right.
like, he's
And
14
you
years
better
old,
pay him.
and I
And
once
that's
was
a
that age.
yeah, that's a special age. You gotta be,
Right.
yeah.
Right, but you know where I'm going with, but I'm not saying all parents, but some parents, the ones that's really addicted to YouTube, they would try
Don't
to
give a
figure
heck.
out a way to try to juggle the kids and YouTube, social media at the same time because they're not willing to give it up. They're not willing to totally give it up and say, you know what, I'm gonna turn off this computer and I'm going to take my kids to the park or I'm going to take my kids to McDonald's. And but they won't do that. What they'll do is they'll try to juggle. They'll take the kids to McDonald's, get them some food. The kids will be in there eating, and they'll jump on the computer and be in there for the rest of the night.
or
And
on their
not playing with the
phones.
kids while they there, none of that.
Right. And then they wonder why some of the kids might be failing in school. So I'm saying some of the younger ones because they probably need help with their homework, but the parents are too busy on social media. They don't have time to help.
Hmm.
Just tell me.
So I mean, like just saying alone, like that was an experience for me and me as the young father that I am. You know what I'm saying?
I know
That
that's right, Patrick.
that I was like, wow, because I know how it was with me growing up like that. My parents was always working and never had time and everything else like that. I don't. I want to break that chain and be like, you know what? This is all social media. This is all about having fun and everything else like that. But you can't always ask for another family. So I had to do what I
And
had
you
to do as a
cannot get
man.
time away. And people think like I always like. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Thank goodness all my children by the same person. But I always found like people think money can replace a parent or time you spend with a child. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? And girls, I hate when like a female to say, they'd rather have money from a guy than the guy spending time. Like, oh, I just need the child support check. Don't make sure the child spending time, you know what I'm saying, with the father and this and that and this, you know what I'm saying, or mess with the relationship between the father and you and the father because he probably do everything he can, but you know what I'm saying, but you ain't doing enough. Someone put you on child support, you know what I'm saying? So now he gotta work two jobs to pay you child support and to be able to live, you know what I'm saying, off of to now he ain't spending much time with the child. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes it work the other way because sometimes the guys will take the women to child support when they got the kids. And I just
Yeah.
feel like, and even people that got money, they hire aides and
oh,
nannies to
what's
do this
up?
and do that with their child
I'm on
and
my
won't
phone.
do nothing with their kids. I just feel like money cannot replace time with a child. I don't care how much money it is. You know what I'm saying? It just don't
Right.
replace, spending time
My
with that
brother
child.
just came up in here. You just getting off of work, bro?
Right, but you're right. You absolutely
Oh,
right. But
wow.
like like Patrick, he's a good example of he had a turnaround because he knew at one
Yeah,
time
I
he
had
was up
to. I
on the
had to
media
do
too much and it started affecting his son and he listened. See, some parents they don't listen. They just
They'd
try
be
to
They
like,
don't
juggle
"Oh,
care.
shut up, boy! Get back in that room. You
because of
don't know what you're talking about,"
because of
and
social
then they
Right,
feel
media
right,
neglected.
right.
they don't want to miss anything and they feel that they can juggle the kids and they can juggle social media at the same
Hmm.
time but meanwhile you have to listen to you have to listen to your kids and you have to spend time with your kids are going to be like, you know what, you said you were going to take us to such and such and now you're saying that you can't take us and then you start making excuses. Oh, I don't feel good or I don't want to go and stuff. But then you have time to drag your ass over on a computer and sit on a computer for 9 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? But meanwhile, the kids,
Exactly.
the kids are kind of left out in the cold. The kids are left out in the cold. Well, you know what, or mommy or daddy, I got this math problem because I got a test tomorrow and I really need to study. Can you help me study? I'll be in there in a minute. Next thing you know, you don't sat in on the computer for 7, 8,
No,
9 hours.
look
The
to answer
child didn't
up
come home.
online. Look to answer up online. Go ahead and work the problem out.
Right,
Look
right, right. Exactly. Right, exactly. Or they'll say, "Well, don't you got your computer? Go look it up on your line. It'll tell you." But meanwhile, you
it'll
won't even
even
leave out
tell
of that
you.
seat. But meanwhile, you won't even leave out of that seat because you be too stuck.
I remember. Hold up. Look. I remember my granddaughter told me that. she was working on fractions, if I'm mistaken what it was, and I knew I didn't sit down and go over it with her. You know what I'm saying? And the teacher told me she was having problems with it in school. So I'm like, well, how did you get the answers to all this? You know what I'm saying? And I told you to bring that to me when you got finished doing, your science stuff. She's like, oh, I just looked it up online. I'm like, oh, you got me messed up. That ain't how you learn, boo boo. I'm like, erase all that. Let's
Mm-hmm.
start over. Let's
Mm-hmm.
start over.
Right,
Let's start
right.
over. You're gonna learn
Hey,
this.
I'm
You're
back.
not finna leave. You're not finna let the computer do your work for you. You got me messed up.
But let me ask you a question, Miss Lakers. Have you heard? Have you? And you don't have to call no names or anything. But have you heard some men on social media, including YouTube, when they say that they're married or they got girlfriends? Do it ever dawn on you like, well, when do you spend time with your wife, or when do you spend time with your girlfriend or your boyfriend? If you're always up on the social media, how are you juggling?
Yeah,
How are you juggling,
yeah,
especially
yeah.
marriage? Come
No,
on now,
no, no,
marriage.
not
That's
only
yeah.
that. Um, I wonder that a lot. Then sometimes the way they talk to other people, male and female, I'm like, wow, you got a spouse and you talk to another,
Right, right. I be wondering the
you talk
same
to another
thing.
man like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm
Right, I
like,
be wondering the
I couldn't
same
do that.
thing. Right, you know what, Miss Lakers? I be wondering the same thing because you got some of these men that be like, "Oh, you nasty ass bitch, you this and that, you this and that, this and that." It's like, oh my god, and you saying that you're married, but do you talk to your wife like that?
Or they talking provocative, or acting promiscuous with another person, the opposite sex, and I'm like, wow, like, like you think that's respectful to your mate, your other person you with, like, and like you said,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be surprised that they got a spouse. I'm like, oh,
I think
okay,
they be lying. I
you
think
know,
I think I think I think half of them. I think that half of them be lying, Miss Lakers. That's just me. I think half of them be lying, and I also think that the ones that say that that they got businesses here, they do this, they do that. I think they just lying. I think that they're just trying to make themselves out that they're not. And that's the thing. When you're on YouTube, you could be anything you want. You could be anybody. You could say anything. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
right,
Half of these people that be on here, they're probably not. I'm pretty sure 99% of them, they're probably not even real. That's why a lot of them, only thing you see is pictures, and you may see them comment here and there and stuff like that. But you really don't know who you're talking to behind the photo. You don't. Anybody can go on
They could be living in their
right.
mother
Anybody can
basement.
download a photo, a pretty picture, a nice picture, and all of that. But you notice how some of the girls that act like they got real pretty pictures. You don't even see none of them come up on the panel and cam up, do you?
no, well, I ain't gonna say nothing about camming up because I won't cam up.
I know that. I know. I'm not talking
I'm
about
like,
that. I'm saying some of the ones
so,
that get
so
into
some,
battles. I'm saying some of the
oh
ones that
yeah,
be getting into battles, and I'm not saying all of them, but the ones that be getting into battles, that be
and
arguing and
talking about
fussing and all of
somebody
that
else,
stuff.
right?
They
What you
show
look
those
like for
pictures,
real?
right? They show those photos. They show
Well,
those
y'all know how I
photos
look like.
of all the pretty. They pretty with long hair, or they light skinned. They ain't got a blemish. They don't
Right,
look
right,
fat
but you
or
don't know if
anything,
that's them
but
or
won't
not. You
cam
don't
up.
know if that's really them. Right.
They won't cam up. So are those people real? Or did they go and get those pictures off of social media or somewhere and try to act like that's really them when it really isn't? So as I'm saying, you really don't know who you're talking with
But you
behind
can
the
you can
picture.
filter a picture though. They got so many
Oh
things
yeah,
that
they
you can
filter
make.
the hell out of pictures. They
Right,
really do.
right. But what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is I've been in these YouTube streets for a long time, and I've seen some of these pictures that these girls acting like that's them. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is
And they
me.
don't do
This
nothing
is
like
me.
that.
And they got the pretty bodies, they got the cute shapes and this and that. But you don't know. You don't know if that's actually them. And the minute you ask them, hey, come up on panel and cam up, they won't come. Let's just keep it real.
Mhm.
Right.
They won't come. Why? Why?
Right.
Why won't you come? If you could sit in the chat box and argue and talk your shit and pop your shit with me, now you already know what I look like. But let's see what you look like. Let's see if I want to see you cam up. so we can, we can
Right,
battle each
and
other.
then take
They
something
won't
about
do
you
it.
and try to make it, talk about you with it, so because you have cammed up before.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
They'll
but you
talk
don't have
about they'll
nothing you
talk
can
about
say
you
about
all
them
day.
because they haven't cammed up.
Right,
Right,
they'll
right,
talk about you all day. They'll say this, oh, you're old, oh, you look red, or you look green, or you look gray, you're this, you're that,
right,
you got peanut butter on you, you're this and that, you got a nasty channel, this. Oh, okay. If I got all that and you're arguing with me, come up on
what
the
you
panel
got?
and cam up. Be a woman. Let's handle this woman to woman. Let's battle it up. They won't come. What they'll do is they'll sit back in that chat, and all you're gonna see is their avatar, but you're never gonna see what's behind the avatar. And see, and I
Right,
believe that's what some of us content creators want to know. We want to know what's behind the face. We want to know what's behind that avatar. You know what I mean? But some of them,
right.
they will not. And the ones that do cam up, they know who they are because they've been on live. I'm talking about the ones, the pretty girls that act like they got the pretty skin and the long hair and this and that. We don't know if that's you. We don't know if that's really
Exactly.
you.
Right,
We don't hear number. First of all, we don't even hear you. We just see what you're typing. We don't even
right,
hear you. You know,
right.
you don't even call in and use your avatar. Call in and use your avatar. If you don't want to cam up, at least call in and use your avatar. And some of them still don't. They'll still just stay in the chat box and pop their shit and talk their shit.
So they texting gangsters.
And that's what it is. And
They can
that's what
drag you
it is.
for days because you've been on camera and you don't have nothing to say about them because, like you said, you ain't never heard them talk. You don't know what they really look like. No, none of that.
No. Mm-mm. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, no,
They
no.
dragging you all across the screen, back and
Oh,
forth.
oh, girl, they dragging me all over. They dragging braids and everything and stuff like that.
I
But the
just
minute
gonna say that the braids and everything.
oh yeah, girl. But the minute I say, you know what, come up on the panel, holler at me. Come up on the panel, holler at me. If you don't want to cam up, at least let me hear you battle me. Don't just sit in the chat and talk junk. No, come up on the panel. If you don't want to cam up, okay, at least let me hear you. But half of them won't. They'll sit right there in the chat. And like I said, y'all peep this. The girls that got the pretty hair and the this and that, knowing that other people in the chat be, oh girl, you okay, you nice again. Oh, you're pretty, this and that. You really don't know who you talking to
Right,
behind the
right,
avatar.
right.
Anybody can go on any type of magazine, get any kind of picture download and be like, yep, that's me.
Right.
And then
Mm-hmm.
the minute somebody say, well, if that's you, then why don't you cam up? Not today. But you still won't hear. You hear that in the chat. They'll say, not today, or no, I don't want to cam up, or I will one of these days. Right now, not right now.
Right, right,
And
right. Not why I'm
now listen
dragging
to
you right
this.
now.
I'm
Right.
driving. I'm
Right
driving,
now, I'm
and
too
I'm at
busy
work.
dragging. Right now, I'm too busy dragging all them braids out your hair.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll cam up next week. Next week come, and then they go after you again. They go after you again, and the men are like that too. It ain't just the women; it's the men like that too. They sit in the
But
chat
you want to
box.
know
The
something? Can I say
men.
something? Can
You
I
know
say
what?
something real
Listen,
They
quick?
I
won't
couldn't
even
even
cam up.
imagine. Go ahead. Yeah, Patrick, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead, Patrick. I'll say
I
something
just
after you
want
do.
to say this because I've been online and I've been listening to certain situations that been
Yeah.
happening. It don't got nothing that involve me or anything like that. And if
Mm-hmm.
so, I don't give a damn anyways. One way or the other. This is social media. I don't give a fuck. But
Right.
anyways, what I have to say is that I see that a lot of men been more aggressive to some of these women in the YouTube stream than anything. But whenever the females like that, it's like a lot of men been more aggressive to the women than the women are to the men, and I
Right.
been noticing that. And I'm like, wow, but then you get the
I
guys,
noticed
they
some of
be
the men that
talking.
aggressive to women, but not that aggressive towards men either.
Yeah, and I noticed that. And then whenever it is a problem with two men or whatever like that, they always introducing themselves to their private parts
Yeah,
or
what's
saying
that
negative
about? Some
things
right.
and
I ain't
everything
never
else.
seen men to tell
First
another
of
man to
all,
suck my D. I'm
Yeah.
right,
like,
but think about
hey,
Eat a
this.
oh,
D.
First of
Eat a
all,
D.
eat
if
a
Either
D.
you
Yeah,
if
eat a
eat
D,
you
my D.
suck my D, or yeah,
if you
or pull
if
out
you
or pull
call
out my D.
yourself if you call yourself a real man and you a man, you would not tell anybody to introduce themselves to any part of your body. I'm
Your
just
body,
saying, I
not
wanted to
another
put that
man.
out there. First of all, I'm not telling no other man to do anything. Like I just don't understand that. And I've been listening to, my mom page and everything like that. And I've just been seeking through a lot of stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Right. And
Like
see,
that.
Patrick,
And
you don't even really be, I mean, you haven't really even been on some of these other live streams, but you
no.
already know just what these men do. Some of them, not saying all of them, but it just seemed like that's the trend going through these YouTube. It's eat a D, suck a D, or yeah. It's like, oh my God, you would tell a grown, and not just that. It's the older men that's telling the other older men to do that too. It's not just the
Or what
youngsters.
about the
And
ones who
I no
say
no no.
they was
I
like,
heard worse than
or
that.
either or either tell
I
another
heard
one I F you in the A. I'd be like,
Yeah.
hey,
right.
oh,
And
you
that's
like
okay to say that,
you
right?
a B,
Like, oh, that's
you a
crazy.
B. I F you in the A, you a B. Oh, I
Oh
make you
my God.
S my D. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
that nasty.
okay.
That nasty. So now you got a 40-year-old man telling another 40 something year old man, suck a D or eat a D. Like really? You nasty like that.
Or the females telling men to suck their D
Yep,
or
yep.
they suck my P,
Yeah,
kiss my
that's
A. I'm
just
like,
very unattractive. When I hear a female say something like that, like my wife, she got mad at one of her homegirls or whatever like that. They was about to scrap. Whew, I had to sit there and watch that. Like I had to literally sit there and see this happen because that bitch was
what
talking
happened? What
so
did she
much
tell?
shit. She was talking so much shit. I was like, babe, go for it, man. Like I'm gonna sit here, and if anybody come out, then I'm gonna jump in.
You mean to
She
tell
was
me
like,
you let
word.
Renee fight a girl?
She dragged that bitch through the ground. She was talking all that shit. Talking about, bitch, suck my dick. I was like, bitch, where is it? If you got one like that, like my wife dust
Then
her
Renee
ass.
jumped in. Then Renee jumped in,
Yeah,
or she's fighting
Renee.
with
He
Renee,
said
or
she
you.
said she was he said she was talking to Renee. That's why she said this.
Oh, then you jumped in, Patrick, or you just
No,
agreed
No,
with
I
her?
said
he told her to go ahead before you can see this. Like you better get
it
her.
was a
Oh,
fair fight.
Patrick.
It was a fair fight. It was a fair fight. But that bitch left her whole hair in the middle of West Avenue area. That shit was funny as hell. I should have used. I should have recorded that. She
But
was
you know
talking
what
all
though?
that
But
mouth.
see,
She
Miss
had
Lakers,
so much
I don't
mouth.
know
She
where
was like, "Oh, like that on your kids," and da like that. My wife was like, "Okay, well, I'll be there." I'll be like, "Babe, I'm not about to let you drive over there by yourself because there's
Mhm.
always a crowd that's gonna pop out.
Right.
So I'm gonna come along too, and I'm about to carry our piece with her." She was like, "I got my gun." I was like, "And I got mine too. So just in case some shit pop off, we could go together." And
Yeah.
that's what I told her. My kids was here at the house. They didn't know what was going on. My son playing his game with his little headphone things on. My daughter doing her own thing. Alarmed the
Mhm.
house, left, came back like that. My wife didn't have a scratch on her. Not even a scratch.
Wow.
She dusted that bitch. That shit was so funny, dog.
Why you say it was funny, Patrick? Because you know what? A fight,
Because let me tell you, people that got that mouth, not
I know they
always
don't
about
be
that
having nothing
mouth.
else but that mouth.
But then when they
mm,
get seen and they get dealt
It's a
with,
whole
then
nother
it's a
story.
whole different story. Then you'll be
Yeah,
sitting there looking stupid. You leaking blood and your weave is in the fucking street. Now what?
damn, Renee
exactly.
got busy like that, Patrick.
You already know. My
Yeah,
wife already
I
told
know
you a
that, but
story.
she's usually. I
My,
thought she would be a talker, though. Like
my wife ain't no talker. She'll talk to you and she'll look at you, and then after that, that's it.
So who swung first, Renee or the girl?
Renee dust that bitch ass. She
Oh,
dust her. She didn't
damn.
even give her. She swung and she ducked
Oh,
and then
Patrick, that's your wife's name?
huh?
Yeah, that's yeah,
Yeah,
Renee.
what, is she Renee or Rene? I mean AE or EA?
She's
No,
an
it's
NE,
Renee.
EA. I
Yeah,
mean
that's
NE.
mine too. That's mine too. My granddaughter that, hers that too.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
my
Patrick,
wife
so,
don't.
but you didn't jump in, so you was cool with the fight.
I was cool, but if anybody else would have jumped in, because you always get people like want to surround or come up the cut and try to jump or whatever like that. I wasn't gonna let that. One thing I
I
won't
know
do, I don't
that's
care.
right.
I don't give a fuck if you a bitch or you a female. If it's more than one person jumping in, I'm jumping in, and I'm gonna whoop that ass, and I
I
don't give
know
a
that's
fuck.
right. I know that's right, Patrick. You better go. You ain't finna. I'm finna hold you down or knock you down. You ain't finna jump my wife. I know, Patrick. I know that's right.
Fuck out of here
Dang,
with
Patrick.
Let
that
them
one.
fight head up.
I will
Ain't
whoop
right.
a
I know
bitch
that's
ass.
right.
I'll whoop a nigga ass. So whoever, nobody ain't gonna jump in. If it's a fair fight, let it be a fair
On a
fight. If you
fair
want to
fight.
talk and you get
Is
over
that
there,
the
I'm
first
gonna
fight? Is
turn
that
it.
the first
No,
fight,
no, no.
Renee?
Because it
Is that
was
the
one.
first fight Renee got into? Because I know she's a
Nah,
gangster. I know
no,
she's
no,
a
no.
gangster.
Yeah, you already know. My wife done shot up a nigga already and served time. You already know my wife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah. I know
wow.
she's a gangster. She's a gangster. Damn.
Yeah, and I hold it down for her.
Yeah,
I know
That's my
that's right,
wife.
Patrick.
yeah. Well, Patrick's a
You
good.
you
He's a
better
good
hold it
husband.
down. She gonna beat your butt. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, I'll turn around and whoop her ass too. Look, been bad.
Mm-mm.
That's all right.
Uh,
Dang, 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 dang. That's something.
Nah, but I
Mm.
love my
yeah,
wife,
I
though. I really
know
do.
that's right. Ride for your baby, honey.
Heck
I know
Yeah.
yeah.
that's right.
Well, you know what? And wow, yeah. I hear you. Let me put up some of these
See, you
comments.
know, it's hard to find when men ride for their women, like no matter what. That my husband was like that. You know, women, we always ride for our men, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the men don't ride like that. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
you
That's
right. You right because you got some
and
men.
hold her down while she go do a number two. And you
Right.
know, Remy, my husband did that too, and she did a nice bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I had the utmost respect. I love that because my husband's like that. I love that. Like,
But you know
Yeah,
what
my
though? You
wife
got
been
some
lit.
men that they won't look at it. I'm talking about bar wise. I'm talking about bar wise because I used to see so many fights in the bar that the girls get into a fight or something like that, and it, yeah, the boyfriend won't even do nothing. And sometimes it'd be like two,
Yeah,
three
I
girls
would yank a
in
bitch
the
ass. Let
club.
somebody try to
I
overdo it.
know
Like,
that's right.
first of
It'd be
all, let
two,
me
three
tell you
girls
something,
and
and I'm
jumped on
saying
her in
it.
the
Hold on,
club.
hold on. I'm saying this on social media. I don't give a damn. If it's more than one person trying to fight my wife, I don't care if you're a nigga or a female or any little rugrat chick or whatsoever like that. I'm jumping in and I'm gonna drag your ass. You're gonna get hit with the real fist, the
I'm gonna
real
drag you.
blows, and everything. I'm gonna drag your ass while my wife is kicking you and beating the next bitch ass too. I'm gonna do that. I can't go to jail for protecting my wife because first of all, y'all jumping her. What do I supposed to do? Just sit there and watch? No, I will be less than a man or a husband to sit there and let somebody beat down my wife. Fuck out of here. Mm-mm.
That's what I
Nope.
used to see in the bar. I used to see that happen. I used to just see some of the guys and they be with their girls and stuff, but then the girl might get into it with two other girls and stuff, and they be there pouncing on that girl, and the dude won't even do nothing. The only thing he'll do is just kind of
Man,
like get out of it.
I couldn't even imagine that. My husband would never.
Oh, let me
And
tell
this,
you
I
about a
hold on,
fight
look,
that
hold
happened
on,
when
look,
I
and I'm
was.
like that, Patrick too. If something's going on with him, I'm getting in it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna let
Let
nothing
me
go
tell you
down.
this. It was me, my brother, my wife, and all of us like that. We went clubbing and everything like that. I had a few drinks. My wife was pregnant at the time. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like she didn't drink or whatever like that. We just wanted to get out because we always work and everything else. So we chilling and everything like that. We get out. These college students like that, they see us. They think that we rowdy rowdy. Huh? Huh?
No, that's my grandson
Oh,
talking. That
yeah,
was
that's Miss Lakers.
Oh,
Go ahead, Patrick.
so we chilling and everything like that. We walking through the Ave and everything like that. And these dudes are like, yo, bitch, bitch. Calling my wife a bitch. Think
Mm.
about he was wrong because he thought that my wife looked like somebody that he probably knew, but it wasn't her. So me and my brother, we was like, yo, who the fuck you calling the bitch, yo? Like, who is you? Like that. He was like, oh, no, like that, drunk and everything. Don't you know? I thought I was about to go to jail. Me and my brother was about to go to jail, but we didn't. We stumped a mud hole in their ass. I slammed his head towards the door of other people's car and everything like that. I broke a bottle against the nigga ear. I bust him in the head with it like that, cut his whole ear up like that. And he was like, yo, these the wrong motherfuckers. These the wrong motherfuckers. My brother was like, man, fuck you like that, and stumped the nigga head into the tire of the car. Like it was crazy.
Damn.
Like that whole fight was crazy. It was bloodshed. I got scraped. My brother got scraped like that. But those white boys that was there like that, they got fucked up. And then
Oh,
when
it
the
was the white
police is
boys you was
like,
fighting? It was the blue boys you was fighting?
yeah. So then they pulled up and whatever like that. They was like, what's going on like that? He was like, oh, it was our mistake and everything else. Don't you know they let us all go, but they arrested them. But we beat the
Mm.
shit out of them. But we didn't get
Damn.
arrested, but they did.
Mm.
Because my wife was
I mean, you
pregnant.
were standing up for yourself. I mean, you know, that's what
Yeah.
happened.
You're not about to talk to my wife like that. You definitely not gonna do that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right. Dang, Patrick. Mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've been in some fights.
Right. And Renee too.
Yeah, my
And
wife don't play that. She a spitfire.
yeah, yeah,
My wife did not play that. And you see how she rolled. You seen that personal.
yeah. I know Renee. I know that's why I was surprised
She's
when
a
you said that.
sweet.
Because I know she had to really been mad because it take a lot. Sometimes, some people they do got, that yeah, they do got, hot tempers and
Well,
they
you know,
pop
my
off.
wife is very sweet. She very quiet.
Right, that's what I'm
She
saying. She's sweet
observes
like
stuff.
that.
She'll listen and everything else. But soon you hit that high peak like that, she'll shut you down real quick. Like she'll
Right.
shut you down like that. Like that. It's plenty of times that somebody will say something. She'll be like, "All right, well, I'm leaving. I'm gone." And I'll be like, oh, like that, because me, I'm nutty and I want to drink and I want to have fun. I'm like, oh yeah, come on, baby, it's good, yes, stay. Da-da-da. And you see how she move. You seen it personally. She be like, no, I'm ready to go. If not, then I'm
Right.
leaving. You see my black ass get in that car, right?
Yep. Yep. Hey, speaking Lord, how are you? I hope you subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like and yeah, tell everybody, come hang out and check us out and shit. You know what I mean? But thank you for coming. You're welcome to come up on the panel. Tonight we're just talking about the internet and how the social media could be breaking up people's marriage and relationships and stuff. You know what I mean? Did Patrick fall out, Miss Lakers?
probably
I don't
so.
know.
Probably bad.
He must have fell out.
He did.
Oh.
He bad.
Yeah, that's one thing I know. Patrick, he comes. He's from a rowdy. Yeah, he's from the rah. So yeah, his family, none of his family don't take no joke, and they fight at the drop of a dime.
I bet.
Yeah, you remember the story when Patrick told us he went to what you went to jail for how long, Patrick? 2 days? Was it 2 days, Patrick?
He probably know he on me.
Yeah, he'll tell us
His
the story.
connection ain't good.
Yeah, yeah, I think he did a day or 2 days in jail or something because he went, yeah, the police got him and stuff, and oh my God, it was crazy. But Yeah, he
Yeah.
told us the story and stuff. But yeah, that's
Now
one
see,
thing
that's
about
what
him.
my husband problem is. He would fight too if
Yeah,
somebody
a
disrespect him or
protector.
call him
He won't
out.
even.
But listen,
Mhm.
everybody not on that nowadays. Everybody don't want to fight. They pull
No,
guns.
no,
They pull
everybody don't
guns
want to
out.
fight. Nope, nobody really don't.
And
Nope,
and
nope.
exactly. And my husband didn't believe in carrying.
Oh, okay, okay. So, what do you think about the people nowadays that want to fight with guns and knives rather than fists? Because I heard back in the days, nobody hardly ever picked up a weapon. They was
No,
more used
nobody. We
to
fought.
fists.
The only thing you got caught maybe fought with was a baseball bat or some brass knuckles that was harmful. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I got that in my
That
car.
me too, Patrick.
I got a bat, I got a taser, I got mace, and I got my
No,
gun
when
beside my wrist.
it's
My
just
my my
different now.
uh my 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 armrest. I carry all that
When
shit
I
on
was
me. I dare somebody
when
to
I
pull up
was
on me, and
young,
my wife do it too in her car.
yeah, when I was younger, I didn't believe in, I believe in just fighting, you know what I'm saying? But now because people are so crazy nowadays and I'm older
Hey, you
and you
gotta
never
defend
know what
yourself
somebody
one way
gonna
or the
pull.
other.
Yeah, so
Right.
I carry, you know what I'm saying? Uh,
Well,
and,
you
and
have
I,
to carry because you just never
yeah,
know what that next you never know what that person hasn't, because I think now it's no such thing as a fair fight because
it
It ain't.
one
You can fight
it
somebody
ain't.
somebody
comes.
right now, and tomorrow your ass better have a weapon. You better be looking on your porch, your back porch, your side porch, because you don't know where motherfuckers gonna be. Bitch, if I fight you, I'm gonna make sure that I fight you that you actually not gonna be able to get the fuck back up. That's how I'm
Right.
gonna fight. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you. I'm gonna make sure your eyes is beat the fuck out of your head. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do everything that I can so that your ass will be as crippled as possible, and I
Yeah.
might rip your fucking tongue out your mouth so you won't be able to say nothing.
Damn, Patrick, you an
But
animal.
right, but you know something else that like I
Because I
believe
don't
in.
want you to be able to say how the motherfucker looked or anything, because you ain't gonna be able to fucking see because I'm gonna try to plow your eyes out with
Mm.
my fucking fist. I'm gonna beat the shit out of
Yeah.
you.
But you know what? And you can do that,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of people will have a fair fight, but a lot of people can't take a whooping. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
maybe
true.
See, one thing with me, I
they
got
might
my mom.
intention on.
I
Hold on,
I
listen.
have
Let
my
me just say this.
mom
Let me just
blood
say
in
Let
this.
me
Let
me.
me
let,
just
let
say
her say
this.
that, Patrick. Hold
Okay.
up. What'd you say, Miss Lakers?
Let me just say this. Okay, a lot of people might say, okay, we gonna square up and we gonna fight head up, right? But because some people sometimes think they can whoop you and they underestimate you, okay,
Mm-hmm.
y'all had that fight head up, right? But when you whoop them, they turn around and use a weapon on you after that
Or get
whooping.
their
You know what I'm
cousin
saying?
or their uncles or
Yeah,
somebody like that
yeah.
to come back.
I'll be burying my niece Saturday, and that's how she just got killed because a
Oh, I'm
girl
sorry to
jumped
hear
on
that.
her. Yeah, and look, it's my husband's niece, his biological niece. I don't have no biological nieces, but but she like my niece, biological. And
Yeah.
she whoop a girl. A girl slapped her brother and he wouldn't fight the girl. They coming home from school and she whoops her. Her cousin turns around, a boy cousin turns around and shoot her for whipping her.
Oh,
Shot
that's
her,
Oh
shot her
crazy.
10
wow.
times. Shot her 10 times. And she only weighed like about 110 pounds.
Oh
Well,
my
that
God.
that's murder. So after his ass ever get out, he need to get his ass kicked real good so that he could be halfway out of here too.
It was
Mm.
just
First of
like
all,
I'm like, wow.
first of
So
all,
you
the
can't
person
even have
that
a fair fight.
I'm not even gonna say it like this, and I'm not gonna say no names or whatever like that. But the last person that took a family member life out, that person no longer exists no more.
Yeah.
Mm.
First of all,
Well,
but
with that
on my side of
incident,
the
they don't.
family,
But
on my
yeah,
side of the family, that person no longer exists because you took a family member down. And when you
Mm-hmm.
deal with one blood like that, you messing with all blood. So
Yeah.
everybody in the family coming. So it's not gonna look good for you. So even though you serving time or whatsoever like that, your ass is not gonna last out here as long. You're gonna get fucked up too and get buried also. That's
Damn.
how we roll.
Right.
Yeah. The person that did my husband ain't living either.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Shit. Fuck out of here.
the person
That's
that
how we
I'm
roll.
sorry, Miss Lakers. You
We
say the
roll
person that did
hard.
your
If
husband?
people is
He
trying to
not
be
living either.
spitting hot, huh?
Huh?
No, he's not living either.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Lakers. I'm sorry.
You know.
Jesus, Jesus. Um,
Because people
man.
think whenever they take other people's lives away that they're just going to be living freely once everything is so
Yeah.
done and over with.
Right.
No, you're not
Yeah.
going to live a peaceful life. Family want revenge. And if they don't get the revenge like that, don't think that you're going to be breathing this fresh air that we breathe in.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be.
Over. I'm like, wow, over a fight. Like y'all actually, and that kills me. Like, I mean, like, don't start it if you actually think you got to do that afterwards. If you lose, like, you ain't always guaranteed to win. Like,
Right.
and it's bad.
But you know what? Even though, I say like this, it just seemed like nowadays, you know, it's like the people. I've
Don't
always said
nobody
this.
value life
If
anymore.
you got to fight with a gun, or if you got to fight with a knife, that means technically you really can't fight with your hands because you really don't know how to throw your hands. And
Yeah.
even if you do get in a fight, and and if you lose, okay,
Mm.
so what? At least you're alive. If you want to go back,
Right.
fight that person again, head up,
Well,
fight
I'm
them
gonna fight
to
you
the fist.
till we win. Right. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm like,
Right,
oh,
fight them to the fist.
you're
Hmm.
gonna have to fight me
But
every
don't go
day.
be like. But I'm saying that's how some guys are. Just we sticking the guy about the guys. So the guys would be like, you know what? I'm about to shoot this guy. I'm about to shoot this dude. Why? Why are you gonna shoot him? Because he whipped your ass? He whipped your ass, and now you got in your feelings because you know you can't beat him head up. So now you got to use a gun, a knife, or something to take his ass out. And
Well,
that,
you
and that's
remember what happened to me when I went to jail for those 2 days. I had to get
Oh
bailed
yeah, that's
out
what
and
you're supposed to
everything like
tell us.
that
What happened?
because
right. You got to
I
tell us that
the
story,
dude
Patrick.
tried to fight me and everything like that. I was minding my own business, walking the streets. He thought I was some little punk or something like that because it's winter time. I'm walking. I'm all snuggled up and shit. About to go and get me a blunt and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm minding my own business, not bothering nobody. And these niggas wanted to try to bother me or whatever like that. Came up on me like that. Try to show his little gun, try to rob me and shit. So you know what I'm saying? I heard like I was like, all right, I gave everything like that because I didn't have shit on me like that. But then I went back up there, seen the nigga himself like that. It was me, my uncle, all of us like that. We pulled up in a different car like that, tinted windows. It wasn't even our car. We was borrowing somebody else's car. Went up there like that. He was like, yo, is that the people right there? Is that them? Like that. We got out the car when his homeboys came out from the store or whoever the niggas were, like that. We didn't shoot him or anything like that. We pistol whipped him. We beat the life out of him. Like that. I cracked his skull, his eye socket popped out, his eye popped out, and
Oh
everything was
wow.
like, I literally beat the life out of this dude because I was like, see, you thought I was fucking playing like that. I was minding my own business, like I was cussing out verbally and everything like that. Like everything that came out of my mouth, it was like not good, you know? But I was like at a mental break, like, I can't believe you brought to take my life away. You took my money, you took my watch off of me, like that, and everything like that. Like you thought you was somebody like that, but really you wasn't nobody like that. Don't you know when I haven't seen them ever since that happened like that, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean after that happened like that, I guess I paralyzed him. He is in a wheelchair. Um
Mm.
Somebody else said they seen him like that. He's on Facebook and everything else like that. But I really destroyed his whole life. But he could have avoided from all of that happening if he never tried to rob me.
Well,
If he
yeah, I
never
mean that's
robbed
what
me and
happens
everything
when
else.
a robber's out in the street. When a robber's out
But
in the
he
street,
is
and that's the
actually
life that he
paralyzed. He
chose.
got one of those. He got one of those wheelchairs that had to recline and all that extra shit.
Yeah.
He's messed up. He's messed up. I
Mm,
feel bad about that now, since that was like the past, like
right.
that. But at the end of the day, though, if I didn't do that, he probably would have done worse if he would have
Right,
seen me
because you
again.
probably would have shot him. Because, but at least this, I mean, you did use the butt of the gun. So, I mean, yes, it's still a weapon, but it wasn't that he wasn't laid out on the sidewalk dead. You know, so I
Right.
mean,
And
yeah,
it
I
took the
kind of get that.
streets. It took the streets to stop me from like really, because it was blood all over the place. I didn't stop. I snapped. That's why. Like I snapped. I didn't know, but I kept hitting them like constantly. Like my all my anger came. Like I just blacked out.
Right. Let me
Like I
ask you
didn't
something.
know.
That's what I wanted to ask you. And this is what I've heard. I heard that a person could be so angry, so mad that they black out. And now when they black out, they don't even know what they did until
I
they
did.
come back to
I
their
didn't
senses. Is
know.
that true?
Everybody told me how everything happened. That's how I'm able to tell you the story or whatever like that. But literally, I blacked out. Like I don't remember half of the stuff that they was talking about.
Oh, okay, okay. Because you was so angry that yeah, okay, you just seemed you just blacked out like you said. And I've
Yeah.
heard that. I've heard people
And I
say
kept
that.
going and going and going. They was like they was trying to pull me off of him. I kept going and going and going like that. And then, they like literally the police had really like sandbag shot me for me to get off of him. They shot me with
Dang,
the
Patrick,
sandbag.
you wait. So the police shot you with those little pellet things to get you off the
Yeah,
dude. Oh my
yeah.
God.
They shot
Mm.
me.
I
I
know
still
they
got
had
them.
to put you in jail.
I still have like the little mark from it. Like I mean, it's gone like
Oh,
that, but
and
you can
that's when you
still
went.
tell where it
Okay.
happened.
And that's when you went to jail for those couple of nights.
Yeah, because I got bailed out quick. My family got money. They hurry up and
Mm.
bailed me out, and I have fought that. And I was on probation for like almost 2.5 years, all
Yeah.
that stuff like that. So I went through I went through it.
So do you believe in retaliation? So the guy didn't come back, or his family didn't come back
Nah,
at you or something,
actually,
because you kind
it's
of put the
crazy.
guy in
It's
the
crazy that
wheelchair.
no. Let me tell you this. Is crazy to say that is that it was a church lady that my grandmother went to church with. That was her
Mm-hmm.
grandson that actually did that. That is
Mm.
crazy. It's a small world out here. But she was like, I'm upset about how things happen and everything else, because when my grandmother was like, because I never was going to church like that.
Yeah.
You already remember that. I never used to go to church. I used to chill in
Right.
the streets and
Right.
whatever like that. I used to go to work, do my stuff like that, do my own thing like that. But I never went to church. But my
Yeah.
grandparents and them, they always went to church and everything else. They always say, "Oh, you need to go to church. You need to do this and everything else." I never paid it no mind. So at the end of the day, when the lady was saying about what happened to her grandson like that, my grandmother was like, "You know what? That sound like what my grandson did." And you get what I'm saying? So you put it all together like that. It was that lady grandson that wanted to be hot headed and wanted to rob people. He was a burglar. He even got charges put on him because he used to break into people's houses and break into people's cars and do all this stuff. So I guess on that day, he just got a downfall day and he got dealt with. I
Yeah.
mean,
I hear you. I hear you. And
it's crazy. It's crazy
right
how it
today.
happened, but it's
Hmm.
crazy. I mean, I was like, wow, like I didn't,
Right, but
it's
like you said,
crazy.
right today he's in the wheelchair. because of because of your work. But yeah, so his stealing
this
and
was
all that
years
stuff,
ago,
his
but
career is over, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
you
and this
know
was years ago, like years ago, like that. I've changed. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a business person. My wife, she do what
right.
she got to do and everything like that. I do what I got to do, but you know, I changed a whole lot. Like, but before, I used to be in the streets. I know about the
Well,
streets.
yeah,
I know
that's what
about all of
happens,
that.
Patrick. You already know when you in the streets. I've always said, whatever you into, you become that if you let it. And most of the
Yeah.
time, when people are out in the street, they become the streets. You know what I mean? It's their way of survival. Once they're in the streets, they're gonna survive any type of way they can. You know what I mean? If they
Hmm.
come from broken homes and they out in the street and stuff, their only means of survival is robbing and
And the
and and
thing
uh,
is,
and
though,
getting whatever they can get for their families or whatever. So it's always about it's just survival out there in the street.
but you want to know something, though? The thing is, though, I've been raised right. Don't get it. I just want to clarify that of saying like how used to be in the streets, everything like that. I wanted to clarify one thing. I have been raised right. You get what I'm saying? But it's just the people that I hung around with and me who I wanted to be cool with and everything else like that. That's what made me went into the streets. You feel me? So after that, and knowing that some of my boys are going down, I'm sitting here seeing some of my boys getting buried and everything else like that. It was like, it's too close like that. I'm young. I need to change up my ways. Maybe I just need to step back for a little bit like that, get out of this situation and change my life over before it's too late. Because all my grandmother and my grandfather, all of them was saying is like, boy, I keep having this dream that it's gonna be you next. It's gonna be you next. I'm gonna be burying my own grandson. You're my first grandson, and da 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 da. So just hearing that coming out of their mouth, and I knowing that they raised me and everything else like that, I had to take a setback and I had to learn like, man, you
Yeah.
know, I I don't want to be like that. I
But you know what I
do
think,
want to
Patrick, and this is
change.
just my opinion. I think the worst kids in is also in church. And I'm talking about the pastor's kids or whatever. I think that those kids, they're bad too. I think they're
Of
the worst
course.
because once they get out of that
You gotta
church and
realize before the
from under
pastor
their
became a
wings,
pastor, he had a life before becoming a pastor. So
right.
even though whatever you did before you became so holy and everything else don't mean that your kids are gonna be as so holy
And
as you
most of
are
those kids are
because
bad
they
as hell.
still
They're drug addicts.
growing.
They like to drink. They party and all of that stuff. And especially them girls. Them girls are the fastest girls, and and they will go out there in the street and get high and start running with the wrong crowd. And they be kids of the pastors or the preachers or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
And those be the worst ones. Yeah, those be the worst ones because they're out there and they're so free. They're not under the microscope of the pastors or the preachers and all that stuff. They get out there and they get buck wild out in the streets.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
do, you know.
But
And most time, what does the pastor say? I have to pray for him. I have to pray for her. I have to pray for him, and hopefully they get back on the right track. Some of them, yeah, some of them you might see them in church, here and there, kind of like, just kind of coming in here or there. But most of the time, they're gonna be right back out in the street wilding. Yeah, they're gonna be
yeah.
back out in the street wilding. And 9 times out of 10, pastor ain't even gonna say nothing about their kids and stuff being wild and crazy out there in the
Oh,
street.
they'll never do that.
Because they know, right,
They'll
because
never
they
they'll
probably
never tell
know how
that.
they were, right? Because some of these pastors, most of them, they came from the streets anyway. They came from the streets anyway, so they know how it is in the streets. You know what I mean?
Well, you know how it
And,
is up
and
here. Half of these pastors like that have been in the streets, but
right, and I
now
think
they
half of
got
them
their
pastors,
church and everything else, and they
right?
like, yeah, I change and everything. And I'm like, dude, I remember you like about like 15,
Hmm.
16 years ago.
Yep,
You had
yep.
that Cadillac around the corner with the park white walls on the
There
tires.
you go. There you go. And
Anything
half of
like
those
that.
pastors, right?
Okay,
And they
now
have
you're
those
a
pastors
pastor,
that be
Bob?
in church.
Okay.
Right.
Don't
Yep. And they
forget where you started from.
right. And Patrick, and half of them pastors, when they be in the church and stuff, that's why some of them, when they got their homeboys that they used to run the streets with, but then they decided to come into church because sometimes y'all already know church is a big business. Church is a big business, and
Hold
sometimes
on, look,
some of them
that's the
people,
way to legalize your business instead of being out there in a
right. And sometimes they go to prison and they learn how to do how to scam,
yes,
con,
yes,
and all of
yes.
that. So soon as they get out, oh my God, it's off to the races because now they know how to they know what they need to do. They're gonna go get them a little license. They're gonna act like they are holier than thou, and they're gonna try to open up a church because see they know that church is a big business
Well, can I
and
say
they
something
know
real
that they
quick?
can make some
Let
fast
me say
money.
this. Let me say this real quick. Everybody that go to prison always come out with a Bible, talking about the Bible and that they don't
Oh hell
eat
yeah,
pork.
yeah, yeah.
Or,
But you
or
notice
or
though,
Muslim with a
right? But
Quran.
you notice though that when they go to prison, you notice that when they go to prison, they don't have no Bibles with them. But as soon as they get in prison, they either come Muslims and no. Now when they were out, oh, they was eating
They eat pork and
ribs,
everything
right?
else, ham,
Pork
ribs,
rinds,
hot.
hash line, right? Pork rinds,
That
hash
should be
line,
so
bacon,
funny.
ham, all of that.
Oh, I don't
They
eat pork. I don't eat
right.
pork.
Then
I
they
don't
go
drink
into prison and
Kool-Aid.
be like, yeah, because see, the food that they get in prison, see, they know they when they get in prison, from what I heard, that the food is not that good. So they go on the Muslim side because they know the Muslim side got the good food. So they try to convert themselves into Muslim. But soon as they get out of that prison, huh? They back to ribs, they back to ham, they back to bacon, they back.
Shit, I'm gonna eat it one way or another. I'm gonna live until I die. I'm gonna eat whatever I could eat because whenever your time is done, it's done. That's all I'm
That's
gonna
it.
say. I'm
You
gonna
know
eat
what?
those
I've
ham
always said
hocks and the
this.
collard green, those smoked ham hocks and the collard greens and cornbread and
Right, right. But
baked
you know what?
mac and
I've always
cheese, some crystal
right,
fried chicken. I'm gonna
right,
eat all
right.
that shit and I'm gonna
But
be
you know what? I
happy
always
while
say this:
everybody else sitting there trying
live
to be
your best
pencils.
life. You know, I've always said this. I've always said this, and I live by this. Live your best life. You know, I guess that's
You
why I
have
always tell
to.
people on
Like
YouTube
we
in these
talking
channels,
now,
do
tomorrow
your
is not
channel, live your
guaranteed.
best life, huh?
We talking now, tomorrow is not guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I say that.
You could be
I say
sitting there
that.
right
You know,
now
I say
having
right.
Miss
I
You
say
Lakers
ain't
could be
promised.
sitting
You
there
ain't
having a
promised the
piece of
next second.
we ain't even
huh?
promised the next
You
10
ain't even
minutes,
promised
Patrick.
the next second. You ain't even
Right,
promised the next
Right.
exactly.
second.
That's what I'm saying. I could be talking now and then you hear my phone drop. You be like, what the hell? Where
Right,
Patrick?
right,
Is Patrick still there?
right, right.
Yep, yep,
Patrick,
yep.
Patrick, are you still there? And I'll be
Right. Then
done
all of a
drop
sudden you
dead.
done right. And then all of a sudden you
Right.
done yeah, some
Be like, oh my
yeah,
gosh, we was on live when it happened. Now it's another
exactly.
topic to talk about.
So that's why I'm saying I always tell people I always tell people live your best life. Hey
We
King, where
was on the
are you?
phone with him. He fell out. I heard the phone drop. Did everybody hear? Yes, play it back. Look.
Exactly. We got King
Right,
up on the phone. Hey
recount
King.
how many bangs was it?
Right.
We
Damn,
got
I'm dead.
King.
I can't even defend myself.
Now you're King, what's going on with you?
What's up with it? What you doing?
Hey, not much. We just chit chatting and stuff, you know. Anything
What's going
anything you
on,
want
Pat?
to chime on or piggy bank off of? Let's hear it.
I just got over here. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Oh, I thought you were just kind of in the chat, chilling and listening and stuff. No, we were just talking about how some of well, mainly the topic tonight was about how sometimes some of this social media
We're just talking about
sometimes can
everything.
be breaking up marriages and relationships.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Why you laughing?
He had to giggle with that one. It's
no,
like,
I'm laughing because I was just I was just running all that through my head. Matter of fact, it
Uh-huh.
weirded it that this stuff right here weirded me out. You know what I'm saying? Like a handful of people I thought was with me, was cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Haven't said nothing when I go certain people panels, well, a lot of other people's panels, and try to fend for a couple people around here. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I was, you know me, I was very vocal about it, even in the chat, most definitely in the chat.
Right.
Even as I step up on the panel and you know what I'm saying and continue, you know what I'm saying, to pound down on what I keep talking about. And for some strange reason, a couple of these people cut on me.
The what?
Like bounce. Yeah, like give me the cold shoulder now. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm
Oh,
like,
they're
wow.
giving you. You saying they're giving you the cold shoulder?
Yeah, like give me the cold shoulder now. Like,
I'm logging
uh,
off my phone. I'm about to go on my computer.
Okay. Why? What do you think you did, King? What do you think you did, King?
oh, I know for a fact that I ain't did nothing wrong, but I just find it weird. It seemed like, you know what I'm saying, they trying to get me to be like the rest of these people. And I just ain't gonna do it. I can't.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Okay, I see what you're saying. They
King, I
want you
don't
to
do it
argue.
either. King, I don't argue. I don't
That's
fuss.
what it is.
I
They
ain't
they
gonna
ready to
cuss.
make
I
King
ain't finna do
content.
none of that.
Yeah,
Mm.
King been around these streets too long. They wanna try him and stuff. So they want to try to get into battle and doing this and all of that stuff. And then they want to go back and run content about him because they're running out of content. People are running out of content.
Exactly.
You ain't finna get me to argue with no women, folk.
That's what it
You ain't finna
is.
you ain't finna get me to turn on people that I've been cool with.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
That's
I
what
mean,
it
cause
is.
yeah, 'cause they don't even realize that a couple of these people actually helped me out. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff since
Yeah.
I've been around here. So you know, I feel like you know what I'm saying. I owe a little bit of my, you know what I'm saying, my new, you know what I'm saying, YouTube, whatever I got to them. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
make sure they, you know what I'm saying, they know it. Even when they push me away for some, it's always some real small, goofy stuff. But it weirds me out because they keep absolute weirdos around them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'll be thinking about that, like, what the fuck? Like, how could you have known me? You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just a day or two, you see how consistent I've been. The same
Right.
motherfucker. I ain't changed. But you thought other people around here was more worthier than me.
See
Hmm.
what it is,
I don't
King
get
is
it.
they want you to show your colors. They because they see that you've been in and out of these live streams. Now they're ready to come at you. Now they're ready to do content about you because they haven't done you yet. You know, some of these most of the people, let's just keep it real, half of them they already did content. Now it's your turn.
But I keep
Hmm.
telling them, yeah, but I keep telling them over and over and all the time, like I've been doing this on Facebook even before I got out of jail. So it's like I don't know what they want. Like what do I mean, 'cause you can hide on YouTube. You can't hide on Facebook. Your phone
Right.
number and your you know what I'm saying, your phone number is tied to it. All your contacts, you know what I'm saying? Y'all share mutual friends on there. You can't
Right.
hide.
I didn't even
You know
know
what
any
I'm
of that until Patrick kind of laid it out to me tonight. I didn't even know that all that information, all that personal information that you think that's that it's yours.
Mhm.
It's really not.
Nah, it's not.
That's why it's called the internet. You entered a network, a web of
Right.
people. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like,
right.
and
Enter.
people, I don't know how people don't. I don't. I feel I don't even like. You know what I'm saying? I don't usually like to cuss on your show, but it fucks me up. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you know what, King? I hear what you're saying, but you know what? But then what? But we trust those secured sites. I'm
It's
talking
not
about
secured, at least if you pay
It's
for it.
not.
That's what they got that thing that says secure your privacy and
yeah,
everything like that. That's why they have that link. Other than that, nothing is secure. Your bank is not secured. Nothing is secured if you don't got life safe link or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, safe
mm,
link. You got the you got to
All your
download
information,
that.
anything that you do online, you could call. Like even this, like with us doing the Cash App and what else, if you use your real bank card like that, Google is going to save it immediately and you cannot delete it.
Yep.
Because it's connected to your channel. So if you got your bank card and your Cash App card is on there like that,
Yeah.
people sending you money and everything else, if they use their private card like that, I guarantee you 100% they cannot delete it off their Google account because they sending you money or whatever like that. So that's why they said if you sending money to people or whatsoever, or Cash App or whatsoever like that, use a card that is not linked to your account.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But yeah, but you know, it's just
Because
surprising.
nothing is safe now. It's open. I mean, if I was a hacker and like just say if I was a hacker, I could go on here, I could be talking to you and sinking into your account information, sinking into your bank account right now. If I could see all the access of whatever you got going on. That's what hackers do. They go to your web page, they go to your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever you have like that, whatever you have cards linked to, your name, your address, your social, your last four, or whatsoever like that.
Right.
They use all of that stuff, and that's how they get people.
Yeah. So King, what do you plan on trying to do about this little problem? You just gonna kind of let these people just pop their shit, talk their shit, and just I'm gonna go on
Stop
about
that shit. It won't be no shit. It was a song like that. Hold up. I make that shit. Hold up. How did it go?
What'd you say, King?
I said, I mean, what can I do? I mean,
what I'm saying is you're not gonna feed into it, because once you do feed into it and start arguing back and forth, especially if that person got a page, you're gonna be content. You know that, right?
But it ain't gonna get them nowhere.
It doesn't have to though. They don't care.
They don't care about that. They just want the views. They want to bring the boys to the yard.
What views are they gonna get? The same 80,
the same
100
views
people?
everybody else gonna get.
The same 100 people.
Bro,
what they gonna get?
Go up to the man cave and grab a bottle
They'll
of
make
liquor
up
out
some
of the man
stuff.
cave.
They'll make up some stuff.
Grab the one that's already open though.
I mean, if they ain't got 2,000 people in their chat every night, I mean, I couldn't be worried about them at all.
Exactly.
I sleep real good.
You're right. Exactly.
My damn brother brought his ass over here just to
like
join.
I said,
Isn't that a
people,
damn shame? Typical black
they're
people.
running out of content now because they done went through everybody, and the ones that they feel that they can use they already did. Now they're ready for a new batch. Of people.
Well, they better hurry up. They better hurry up. Cause soon as I figure out how to get my 6-digit code, yeah, they gonna be lost on that joint.
What do you mean your 6-digit code? A StreamYard?
Yeah, I tried to download it and it keep popping up talking about I gotta have a 6-digit code, but it never sent me this shit. So as soon as I figure this shit out,
check your junk mail.
Yeah, always check your spam or your junk mail.
Yeah, I got in I went to the StreamYard live today, and the dude told me to do that, and I went and looked at it, and I didn't see shit. What he talking about?
Yeah, check your junk mail and your email. Whatever email you use to sign up to your StreamYard, check that.
Just don't kick us out.
Oh, King, you about to start you a page? King, you about to start you a page?
Like he's about to start him a page, Miss Lakers.
Huh?
It sounds like he about to start him a page.
Yeah.
I saw him.
Yeah, because my Facebook people want to hang out over here.
I probably, besides my family page, I can't wait until that happens. I'm just waiting on my damn wife. Whatever she decide, that's what I go with. But
right. Yeah, I hear you.
But maybe I should come up with something. But mine's gonna be talking about life. Like real shit that is happening real people lives. How you know what I'm saying? Like the real shit, like how we talking right now.
Right.
That's a brand new bottle. Nah, it's
Yeah.
one
So
already
King,
cracked
when are you
open.
gonna
It's a
start?
dark one.
Okay, so once you get your
Yeah, I'm not
StreamYard,
opening up another bottle of
you
liquor.
gonna be ready to go?
What happened?
No, I was talking to King. I said once you get your StreamYard up, you gonna be ready to go? You gonna be ready to go live?
He sounds like he's ready right now.
Of
Yeah, you just
course.
gotta do some
We
stuff.
waiting on that code.
Right, right. You just gotta get that code together and stuff. But yeah, it sounds like to me he's like ready, set, go.
Okay, I feel him on that one.
Of course. Yeah, because
Oh wow.
and I
So what
really
kind
want
of
to do
stuff
this.
is you gonna be talking about on your live?
Wait a minute, Patrick. I want to see. I want to hear what he said. He said you about to really what?
I really want to do this so I can show, you know what I'm saying, them the difference between, you know what I'm saying, everybody here.
Like the drama stuff. Like you're not
Oh,
gonna have
okay,
all that in
okay.
there.
So you're gonna run your live stream. You're gonna show people how to really run a live stream.
Yeah,
Is
because
that
too
what you're
many
saying?
people, yeah, because too many people prove themselves to be fake, and then over there, you know what I'm saying, too many of them trying to get away from motherfuckers that they know is fake, but they play fake with the fake people, and they don't
Oh,
like
Mhm.
it.
okay,
Okay, I get what he's saying.
So they want
okay.
somewhere to,
So
you know what I'm saying, they want somewhere to really chill, you know what I'm saying, without doing all the, you know what I'm saying, the wild, crazy, the docs and stuff, you know what I'm saying, because, you know what I'm saying, them people ain't too fond of that anyway.
yeah.
They,
So you're gonna have your. So you're gonna. So it sounds like to me you've already got your peoples and kind of in the wings, but just waiting on you to get your shit together for our StreamYard.
That
Then
one
you're
not
gonna bring them
open.
on
It's
over to your
already
YouTube
open,
page.
what's come out of it?
yeah, then all my good people from
You grabbing all
Instagram.
the new bottles of liquor. Grab the
I
one
see
that's
all my
Okay.
already
cousins.
open.
So it sounds like to me you're gonna have a whole new group of new people.
I'm pretty
Except for
sure.
the ones that subscribe to your channel already, they're already going to be there. But I'm saying basically the majority of your people are going to be new, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's most definitely gonna be a bunch of new people.
So I'm sorry. I have a question to ask Pat. What happened to all the other people that used to be on your page, like the Asian people and the people from out of the country and all that stuff?
I
Do you
don't
still
know.
relate to them, or
Yeah,
what
I mean,
happened?
I still see Angelica, down these little YouTube streets and stuff, and then a couple of nights ago, I noticed that she was live, and I went in and I said hi to her, and she didn't say hi back, and so I don't know, maybe somebody said something, or maybe she got in her feelings because I took her wrench and she probably thought she was the only one, and she probably thought I did it as an attack to her. But what she didn't realize is that nobody over here got her wrench but you. So it seemed like
Right.
she came back over, and yeah. So yeah, because that's probably why she's in her feelings and stuff. But
I will say this. I will say this. At that time when you did that, that was at a bad time for her because you know what I'm saying. A lot of people was on her, and they was able to catch her over here on your channel real easy. And she
Mhm.
couldn't.
Okay.
And she couldn't really battle them. You know what I'm saying? Like she usually could on other people's pages.
mm-hmm.
But then some of them other people, they even start, you know what I'm saying, doing that shit too, just taking everybody wrenches and shit. So she just felt like, fuck it.
Oh,
You know what
well,
I'm saying?
it just seemed like
I seen this shit and I was watching it, and after a while I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go really hang out with this girl because you know what I'm saying?
well,
Her friends is standing
I
out.
mean, she was a nice
I
person, though. I mean,
right,
I
yeah,
never seen her act out of character. It just was like she was showing the way how she was living. She was,
right.
doing
She's
a lot of
very
stuff, and a
good.
lot of people on the chat was actually like being disrespectful and everything like that. And at one moment like that, she had boohoo cried because I guess she was talking about getting her mom some teeth or something like that.
It was. Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I was like, oh wow. And they was like, if that's her mom like that, she had teeth in her mouth. So I don't know the whole situation, how all that took place, but that's all I remember.
Well,
You know,
I think, like I said, I think she just got into her feelings because when I took the wrench, she probably thought it was a personal attack on her, and yeah, and she never said nothing else to me. Even when I went over, like I said, even when I went over to her live stream, and I said, "Hello, how you doing?" She never even answered back at all. So I'm pretty sure she probably unsubscribed to me too. Um, but yeah, yeah.
so have you
The only one. Y'all know
received
that.
any other new people?
Oh yeah, you know what?
Um,
Here's the thing though, Patrick. You're always gonna get new people. That's just what it is. You may get, 3, 4 new people, that come in and out and stuff. And I've seen this. I've seen some people say, "Hey, I'm new here. This just kind of, I what is this channel about?" And 9 times out of 10, either they're gonna like it or they're gonna be like, "Oh no, not for me. I'm gone and I won't be back."
right.
And the only thing I'd be like, "Okay, thanks for coming."
Right.
Right.
So, do you think that there was any changes in your life from then and now?
No,
Like
I think that my
any
live stream
difference?
is still running. I think my live stream is still running the same. I think that there's when there's other people doing lives and stuff and more of the messiness, you best believe that they're gonna go more over there towards the messiness. And and my numbers are just, which I don't care, but the numbers are gonna go low. That's what it is. Now if I was the only one on doing live tonight,
Right.
um, if I was the only one doing live tonight, they would all be over here. You know what I mean? They would just all be over here. But because I'm not the only one, and then the people that they're going over, they can, they can be real messy. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Mm-hmm.
go over there.
Right.
They're not gonna come over here. What they'll do is they'll give me the respect and do, say, you know what, I'll look at Patricia Brown's replay later. Because I'm not there. I'm going over to Club Envy's house because I know that that's where the messiness, the drama, the this and that, and that's what they
So
live for.
so do you think that people get more views and more people whenever it's like more drama?
Oh,
Oh
it's
yeah.
always drama.
That's what
YouTube
made
ain't,
you
ain't,
too.
ain't rested yet. It's
So
always
if it's
drama.
no drama, everything drops. It's like you in a dead zone.
Best
That's what
believe
created
if
you
it's
two.
no drama, you're boring. You're
So
dead.
with the
Your
drama, but
channel's dead.
then
You
it's
only
always
got two. You only got, and they quick to say, "Oh, your live stream. Oh, you just, and you can't say something about somebody else because then here comes some type of birdie saying, "Oh, you're just mad, Patricia, because you only have 4 people in your live stream." Or you're just mad, bitch, because you only got 10. You only had no more than
so
10 people in
these
your live
people.
stream.
I mean, well, these people that think that the drama is all about, you know, bringing more views and bringing more people in and
And it
everything
does,
else like
and it
that, but they
does.
also not making any money off of it.
No,
Because if
no,
it's a lot of neglect stuff in there and stuff like that, I mean, you're really not making, you just on there just to lose money and a
they
waste of
are
time,
losing money.
even though you're
What they're
getting all the
doing is
drama.
they're not getting full monetization. You think that when you think if I have everybody up on my live stream and they're cussing and they're just going at it and stuff, I already know straight off the bat. Yes, I know my video won't get full monetization. But I will get the premiums, but I'm losing money. I'm losing money for the drama. That's what it is. I'm losing, and that
Yeah,
just
but you know
happens. The
what?
other
They make theirs
creators are
back
the same
up.
way.
They
Huh?
make theirs back. They make theirs back up on their Cash App though, because they be like,
Right.
I'm doing this, and doing that. So hit my Cash App because I ain't getting paid for this. Da 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 da.
Yeah, but
So they make theirs up that way.
you had some people that used to pop up on Patricia, Pat's, channel, and they used to say whatever they wanted to say, how they wanted to say it, from cutting one person from one ear to the next and
Yeah.
everything else.
That's
And
yes.
it shoots her channel down, but they not cash apping her, but they wanted to use her page to be able
Mhm.
to vent. That's
Yeah.
kind of backwards. But if she was to go on their page and try to vent or anything else,
Yeah, I know.
it
I tell
gets
her
shot
that
down.
all the time. I said
Right,
that
but
same
those
thing
are
I
now
said
the
before you came
messiness,
in.
the messy channels, the messy channels. Yeah, you can go on there all day. You can curse, you can do this, you can do that. But the ones that that have decent channels that's not allowing, they'll tell you straight off the door. Just like Mahea's channel, he has two channels. He got one channel that he gets his bread, and the other channel, you know what? That's the fun channel. Come, whatever we, we going at it back and forth or whatever. Okay, now he already knows that he's not going to get no full monetization for that second
Have you ever
channel.
thought of doing that?
He knows that's the messy channel, but he will definitely get it for the first.
Have you ever thought of doing that?
I have a channel already set up. It's just that I just didn't go. I just didn't put it. You know what I mean? Because I had two. I had this channel and then I have another channel, but I didn't want to do that because it just seemed like now it's like I got to rebuild my house all over again from like the foundation. I don't want to do all that. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
even though I mean that means yes, my subscribers they'll follow me and all of that stuff, but then it's like YouTube be tripping, man. See, that's the thing. People think all of this, you making a few dollars, this and that and stuff, but you damn near got to jump through hoops with YouTube just to get that. You know what I mean? Because they slap you can't say this over your mouth, or you can't do that over your mouth, you know, or they quick to put a content ID claim because somebody done claim music, somebody done claim something in your video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now, I mean, I just wanted to get a more understanding about how the YouTube stuff work out. But now I see what you're talking about, and I see what he talking about too, of what he want to do with his new thing,
Yeah.
what he want to do, and I mean, that's a good thing that what you're gonna be doing, sir. But yeah,
Because
I
I already
mean,
know. See, you know what? Here's the thing. People that's the ones that's about the business that want to do something with their channel, they're gonna what they're doing is they're sitting back and they're looking at people like me, people like Mahia or Coolin or Room Shaker, people that already have their channels. See, they're
mm-hmm,
looking at that. They're looking at them, especially if they go over there and visit. They're going to sit back and they're going to say, you know what? I don't like the way this person is running their channel. Or, oh, yeah, you know what? They got some good points. Yeah, I'm going to, and they're just kind of listening and they're learning. And so when they
right,
do get your channel up and running, they're going to know what to do and what not to do. And what not to
mm,
do, they know if they become messy, they got to stay messy. Because especially once those trolls start eating, yes, it will bring the views. Yes, it will bring the subscribers. But then what happens after that? You got to keep it going. You got to constantly come up with more content. You got to come up with dirty laundry. And that dirty laundry better stay dirty. Because if it doesn't, you're kind of going to be like, yeah, okay. My numbers, they were at 102, and now they're down to like, yeah. I don't care about
gotcha.
you. Don't be a number counter.
So, have
Just
you seen some of the people that you used to communicate with, that used to be on your live or whatever like that? Have you seen
yeah.
them
I see.
accomplish anything,
Yeah.
or
I
you
see.
seen them
Yep. I
fall?
see Ma. I see Ma. I see Peggy. See those people came from across town. Those people came from a channel that when I first started going into YouTube. I checked them out and I stayed there and I became a mod over there and that's why when I first did my live streams they would come over and they would sit on the panel, they would hang out with me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Um
Hmm.
because it was more different. But as I started getting into more of the YouTube streets and then as I started coming more into the drama, I started becoming the drama. I started becoming the streets, and then I learned as I was going to see how these other people's live streams was getting all this attention. So I wanted to turn my channel into that too because I wanted to grow. I grew the messy way. And
Gotcha.
that's what they're doing today. Most of these channels are growing the messy way.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that just was a few questions I had to ask because I was like, because I was looking at some of your live stream and stuff like that, and I seen the different wave of how the channel went, you know, of how you have it because well, I mean, I remember you had a lot of messiness and everything like that. There've been more people coming on. They was,
Oh
acting the
heck yeah.
fool and
Oh
stuff
heck
like
yeah.
that. But now I starting to see the wave
Yeah,
kind of
it's going to
settling.
change. That's what it does. It changes. It changes because half of the people that's in my live stream are the next person that's holding the live stream tonight. Those people are in there. Those are all the people we already know. We already know when your numbers are low, you already know they don't went to the messy channel. And that's where all of them are. That's where all of them are. Now, if somebody else goes live, then they're gonna leave there, and half of them are gonna leave there, and they're gonna go over to, and it's gonna be the same people. Best believe it's gonna be the same people in your live stream.
Hmm.
You may get, like I said, you may get a couple of people, maybe three, four, maybe five people, new ones, but 9 times out of 10, all the old ones are still going to be there. You already know. You already know. You got, so, you're so used to seeing the same people in your live stream. You already know. Only thing you got to do is glance over one time and then still keep paying attention to your guests, and you already know that this person is there because you've seen that person there. You've seen that person. It's like you already know who they are.
Right. Right.
Yeah, the best thing though is to
King,
have
what do you got to
lots of
say?
people
Anything you
around
want to?
you that think like you do.
No, I'm sorry, King. I'm gonna give you the floor. Go ahead.
No, I was saying the best way to really survive is to have, you know what I'm saying, lots of people in your chat that think the way you think. So they can because those
What do you
people
mean? What do you mean by that, King? What
like
do you mean? Think the way you think. What do you mean by that, King?
like people who think about, you know what I'm saying, who think on the same level you think about any subject.
Oh heck no, they ain't gonna think like that, King. You already know they
You
want
you
the
couldn't
message.
imagine you couldn't imagine having 20 mods just like Patricia Brown
20 mods.
in your chat.
I had about that, and it was chaos.
No, I'm talking about 20 mods who think like Patricia Brown though. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no, heck no. Mm-mm.
A bunch of mini me's in your chat.
No.
Minions.
Cause they can control, you know what I'm saying, the extra people in your chat. They most definitely can control the, you know what I'm saying, the content. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause especially for people who think they finna jump up on your panel, you know what I'm saying? They gonna think twice about that shit. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm finna touch that little StreamYard bar. You know, these motherfuckers ain't going for none of my shit. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause shit,
Yeah.
I go into people's chats and I check out them and I take notice to they mods and then I take notice to they regular people who you know what I'm saying who got close ties to they mods. And I'll be like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers on the same page and they rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going for whatever somebody go come around with them. You know what I'm saying? They ain't finna go for no new shit. They finna continue to do what they been doing because it's still working. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't broke.
Right.
Most definitely
Right.
gonna try to fix that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think you could? Okay. So the next question is, now before you used to have people, come in and they used to help you out with your live and everything else like that. How do you feel of those people? Is there anything that you think that you could have changed um, with your channel with other people trying to be controlled in your live and try to control how
Well,
things are going
Well, here's the
for your
thing.
channel?
see, sometimes sometimes, and some, content creators, they know what we're talking about. Sometimes you do get someone that want to try to come in and want to try to, act like, they want to try to take over or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, you really just don't pay them no mind. You just go ahead and just, you just run your live stream. If people like you and they like what you got to say, they're gonna come in, and if not, they're just gonna just look at the replay. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? um if you, I don't know if you were here earlier, but if you, when this live is over, you can go back and you can see what I said. And I really hope I didn't offend anyone, but that's just how I was feeling at that time, because I felt like, people aren't showing me love. You know what I mean? They're not showing me love, because it's like I go over to other live streams and stuff, and I see that, they're members over there, but then, they're not members over here. It's like, like, damn. So you're saying that because this person is real messy, they got the members, and the people that don't be with all that messy stuff, you'll come over, but you won't support me. You support the messy. So, are you saying that, you love that person more than you love me? So, yeah, I got in my little feelings and I went off a little bit. And yeah, you'll see that in the beginning of it. But I was just saying how I felt. I was just saying how I felt, because you know when you're a content creator, we got a lot of, we have to work. We have to work, and we have to kind of just be on these live streams for 3, 4, 5 hours and stuff like that. And we have to keep it, we have to keep it fun. We have to keep it entertained. Being it messy or not messy, we still got to be on here. You know what I mean? We still got to be on here, and we got to get people to like it, that they come back. You know what I mean? Even though I already know right now there's not people in here. You know what I mean? Even though the little number go up or down or whatever, but numbers really never matter to me, because if you remember, a lot of times when I be on my live stream, I have 60, 70, 80 people in here. But when the show is over, the show is over. You know what I mean? I know
Right.
that they love me. Some I know some love me, and I know that some will look at my replay and all of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I was just saying about my membership shit. My membership is nothing but $3.99, and you got other people just like $9, $10, $12. Only thing I was saying, hey, you mean to tell me I'm not worth $3.99, but you can come over and you can hang out, you could pop your shit on my damn live stream, you could sit up on my panel and talk shit and pop your shit. You know what I mean? And then I get demonetized. Yes, I get it for the premiums, but then that's only like between $4 to $6. So you telling me you can't be a member of the Visor Gang, but you can come over here and pop your shit and get my shit, not monetized for this bit for that live stream, but I'm only getting paid the premiums. So that's all
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
crazy.
Yeah, that's very understandable.
So that's why I kind of went off and was just kind of like shooting my mouth and all of that stuff, And if they don't come back over, the ones that I was talking about, they know who I'm talking about. If they don't come back over, that's fine too. You know what I mean? But I know you ride with me, Patrick. I know King rides with me, and I know that Candy rides with me. And I know the people that ride with me, because those are the people that's been there. And I know that, I know y'all have membership. Candy don't have hers right now, but she
I'm
said she working on some things and she gonna do it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
supporting you too,
You've been
even though I
supporting
don't
me.
be
Yeah.
up here like that, I do
Mhm.
support. Money come out of my account
I know,
every
I
month.
know. But when I went over to Kim's channel, I was looking, I was looking at his chat and stuff, and Candy, I know you brought you brought a membership over there and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so I know that if she like you, she gonna support you. She like
oh
you,
yeah.
she gonna support you. You know what I mean? And a lot
Oh,
of people
Candy,
get
you
that
like
twisted
us?
and mixed up.
Yes, I
If they
do.
like you, they're gonna support you. So that's why I started getting to my feelings and stuff. Then when I seen Candy, membership. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? She
Trisha,
used
it'll be done tomorrow. It's literally pending renewing it.
Yeah,
It's
I know. But then I
Google.
said, no, Candy ain't gonna do me. I know Candy. I know
You don't
some
want to do it like that.
but
Come on.
anyway, but yeah, that's basically,
That's not me.
what I was saying though. But yeah. So King, anything you want to say before we call it a night?
I was gonna say what you could do is start going live. Uh, how
Keep it
your
in the morning.
lives coincide with Mahia's. Anytime we go live, you should go live
Oh
alongside
God,
of
he'll
him.
have a fit over that.
Who cares?
He'll be like, oh, Patricia, she's trying to, she knows I go live on this time, and she's gonna go live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have a lot of people in your chat.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know I will. But here's the thing though. See, that's the thing. See, that's the trade-off. Do I want all those people in my live, in my chat, because I know all they're gonna do is talk shit, pop their shit, bring that messy drama, and I'm not gonna get monetized for that video. And I gotta sit up there and then, it's like, do I really want to do that? And sometimes I have to think to myself, I'm like, I'm doing all of this shit just for a couple of dollars, Then I made my damn head hurt because you already know you have about 10 people, they yelling at each other, screaming, howling, this and that, and da da da. It's crazy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying, but I may start picking back up what I was doing before. Candy could tell you what I did, sipping hot tea with Miss.
Oh, we need to do
And
that again.
those were lessons that I just kind of went in and just kind of just talked about. I was only in there for about an hour, and let people come up on it. It was just kind of like food for thought. You know what I mean?
Hour changes
Kind
the
of
whole
running
day.
down on different things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might start that back up because
So have anybody in their StreamYard was talking about the awards?
Oh yeah.
Will Smith and what happened with what his name, Chris Rock or whatever.
Oh yeah. We saw that allegedly. That kind of, well, I mean, it's well, let me put up the disclaimer, but yeah, that was some crazy stuff. I thought it was staged at first, though. I really did.
It's anything nowadays.
I seen it and I was like, wow. But he also apologized and everything else. They both apologized
Well,
for
see,
their
here's the thing.
actions.
Will Smith,
Voice of wisdom.
allegedly, Will Smith, he didn't have no problem. He didn't have no problem with the joke. That's just my opinion. He didn't have no problem with the joke until he seen the reaction on Jada's face. And when he saw that reaction, he got that looked like Jada probably was like, nigga, if you don't get up there and defend me, we're gonna have problems when we get home.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it too.
Yeah.
I was like,
So he probably
whoa.
was like,
Because you seen her face
damn,
reaction
now I
and
gotta
her
go up here.
movement.
I gotta
Her
slap the
first
holy hell.
reaction and her
Right now, I
movement.
gotta slap the holy
Because
hell
at
out of
first
him.
he was laughing and then he was like, "Don't." Then he start spitting out, "Don't talk about his wife like that," and everything. And he actually went up there and smacked the shit out of him.
He
And
had to
then
defend her.
he
He had to
smiled.
defend her
But
because
as he was
came
walking
up.
off the stage, though, he was smiling like he
Oh,
had
you
that
know what?
smirk.
He walked off the stage and not had that attitude. Now take that with you.
Right.
Now talk about that. Now talk about that. That's the type of attitude. I looked at him. He just kindly got up, went and yeah, gave him a 5-piece chicken McNugget right across his face and kindly fixed his little soup and was like, now take that with you. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
all
wasn't
those
he
people were
wasn't gonna
shocked.
do anything, right? So he wasn't gonna say anything. Only thing he was just doing is it was just the comedy. He know Chris Rock is he knows he's a comic and stuff, but he wasn't expecting him to say that crazy thing, and then he thought that by him, so that lets me know that he validates by looking at Jada. So whatever Jada facial expression, that's what he's going by. Now if Jada was sitting up there like you wouldn't even Will wouldn't even moved out of his seat. Well, yeah,
Right.
that was funny, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the attitude he probably would have had. But because she had that little screw face looking up and down, like, no, you didn't. And then looked at Will like, if you don't get up there, nigga, you sleeping in the doghouse tonight.
Right.
Yeah, no
But
choice
have
but to-
you, but did you hear about their relationship though? How their relationship is?
Yeah, allegedly, yes.
Yeah.
Allegedly, it's a open, yeah. But you know what? What I don't understand, allegedly, she had that pretty damn hair. Jada had that pretty hair and shit. How she get alopecia so damn fast? And her mother got that too. It's like, wow. I'm not understanding it, but you know what? It is what it is. But yeah. But you know what? I know one thing. I know Chris Rock. I know he'll think allegedly, talking junk about shit like that. But I'm pretty
Well,
sure
he
now.
was never like. I mean, his jokes and everything, even his movies. I mean, it wasn't all that. Like he's very corny at a lot
Yeah,
of
but you
things
know
that
what?
he
I
did.
bet you now they're probably going to have, with some stuff like that, they probably may have some about in the back security or something like that.
more
Just
security when
huh? What'd you say, Candy?
security just in case. Like, I mean, come on
Right,
now.
they're gonna have security. You know what I mean? Especially y'all already know those hip hop awards. You already know they got security in the back. They got this, they got that. Probably got a tank, policemen, all that, the mates, all that stuff in the back, just waiting,
Right.
because you already know how those hip hop awards.
I mean,
Oh,
I was like shocked about it when I heard about it. I had to see it for myself, and I was like,
right, and
wow.
this was supposed to be something elegant and nice. You
Even
see all the
kids
women
were
in there with
there,
the ball
like
gowns
young
and the
kids were there
right.
also, and they seen it
Right, they had the
happen. They
ball
was like,
gowns, they had the
what?
pretty hair and all that shit, please. Will Smith didn't care about that. He didn't care about that. He went up there, gave him a 5-piece chicken McNugget, hold the sauce, and went and went and sat his butt back down. Yeah,
Mhm.
sure did. You know what I mean? But somebody said that he did apologize. Somebody did say, he did apologize and everything and stuff, but I'm pretty sure, allegedly, I'm pretty sure Chris Rock wasn't expecting that. Because after he slapped him and stuff, he gonna sit there like, I just got hit. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just shocked of how he took that hit though, and then what he said afterwards, like he was like, "Wow, I
But you
can't
know
believe
what?
I just got."
But you know what? Will Smith would have been alleged. He would have been messed up though if Chris would have ducked. If he would have ducked and went around him and got him in the stomach or something. Now they tearing up the stage.
Yeah, that's true.
They tearing up the stage, because yeah. But you know what? It is what it is. Like I said, I know a lot of they was all in their little ball gowns and this and that. But just goes to show, he had to defend. He had to defend his wife. He had to. He had to. Because everybody
Mhm.
else was laughing. If you looked at the film thing, everybody around him was cracking up like, even Will. Will wasn't saying nothing. He was just laughing his ass off. You know what I mean? But see, somebody should have said to him, somebody should have whispered it from his ear behind, but look at Jada's face. But he knew what to do. He knew exactly what to do because he wasn't stupid. So that lets me know when shit happens like that, he probably look at her a lot just to see expression. Because I'm pretty sure they don't went to the media and a
But
lot
do
of
you think that he could have took it
stuff.
differently? Like, do you think he should have did something differently? As like, even though it went the way it did, like
Yeah,
that.
I think no, I don't think so. I think what it is that he just got tired. He got tired of people talking junk about his wife through the
Yeah,
media.
but it
I
was
think he
already
just
too
got
late.
tired of it. And
If he was
then
sitting there laughing
right, he was laughing because
afterwards,
he was thinking that
it
it
kind
was
of
a joke.
defeat the purpose of why go up there and do that. Like you literally smacked
That
him.
was him, though.
He could
Right,
have
but he
pressed.
didn't. But see, the thing is that he just kind of thought he just went in as just a joke and stuff. But he just knew that it hurt Jada's feelings, and he just knew allegedly that she didn't like that shit. So he had to
There
get
you
up and
go.
do something. He had to defend her because if he didn't, he would have looked like a punk, and she would have probably got mad at him. Probably got up and walked out. Probably wouldn't have spoke to him or nothing, and probably would have been like, "Nigga, you gonna let this man sit up here and talk about me, and you ain't gonna get up and defend me? What type of man are you?" She would have went in on him, and he didn't want that smoke with her. He didn't want that smoke. Miss
Yeah,
Lakers said the slap was fake.
I don't know.
No, it could be.
I don't know. Only thing I know is what I saw, and I just saw that
We don't know
I
means
just
though.
saw that 5-piece chicken McNuggets whole sauce go across his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh wow. Candy, you got anything to talk about?
Yeah, I don't think it
Yeah,
was. I don't think it was him that got tired about it. I think it was her that was tired of it. She couldn't take the joke.
right, because she probably was they probably was dragging her through the media anyway all this time, and she
But at
probably
the
just got
same
tired of it, and then she went to the academy, that
time,
award thing, and then he was sitting up there, but I'm surprised Chris didn't say before the show even started, allegedly he should have been like, listen, well, I know me and you are boys, but listen, is it all right if I say something, funny? And he probably did. He probably told him,
right?
but they didn't tell Jada. They left Jada out probably. So Jada was
But
unaware of some stuff. So she's sitting there. She's enjoying the show until that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
but even if you warn her, she can still get upset though, and he still have to defend her. Because if
Oh
he
yeah,
doesn't
he
defend
got
her, he's
to.
not only going to get crucified by her, but the public will question why he didn't stand up for her. The public
Yeah,
judgment is worse than what she.
yeah. He got to stay. He has to stand up for it because he probably, like I say, he really didn't want to, but it's just the expression that she had on her face, and everybody, the world saw that there was no teeth showing, no laughing, no nothing. Eyes was rolling that wheel like, if you don't do something
You don't get your.
right, that she didn't have nothing else to say. She just looked directly at him. She didn't even look at the stage no more. She looked directly at him like, huh? What?
Yeah, she really did. I seen that. Yeah.
That was it. She didn't. I mean, she didn't stare at him, but she gave him that eye. Y'all already
That
know
one
that
look.
eye.
Yeah.
That's all we got to do. We ain't even really technically, if you've been with a man or if you've been with a woman for so long, let's just keep it real, people. You ain't got to open up your mouth. Your facial expressions can do
But you want to know something, though?
for
You think it could
you.
have been? Do you think he could have his
Different.
actions could have been a lot different? Like maybe after the show like that, she could have pressed. She could have tried to sue him for that. But instead, it could have been two ways at it because Will Smith would have been getting charged
No,
and
right,
sued,
but I don't
and
think
then
it. I
she
don't
could have
think
been
that he
suing
could have sued him because it was just
sued
a part of.
him
It was just a part of
for
his act.
right. So they both would have been at a battle of a lawsuit.
Well, he would have been more of a battle than she would because he was the one that did that on national TV. And what
Yeah,
I
but
don't understand. Wait a minute. Let
but
me just say this. Let me
there
say
was
this,
no
Patrick. Let me say this real quick.
okay.
I got to say this because out of all the years that those awards been going on, you've never heard not even a cuss word. And if you did, they would beep it out. How come they did not beep it out? I mean, they did not beep it out. And I thought normally stuff like that, they beep it out. But he was like, keep my fucking wife. I mean, how did he get away with saying that? And he said it twice. And he said it twice. Normally, they would beep it out. Like, keep my say, out of your mouth. Something like that. They didn't do that. They let him go right on the time. Keep my fucking ass out. And said it twice. How was he get? How was he
Yeah,
able to get
that's
away
true.
with that? I don't know.
No,
He did the
Huh?
it could have been staged. You never know.
Trump.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
We talking about that.
Public.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now because I don't know if anybody ever thought of that, but how was he able to
Oh
how was he able
yeah,
to
public
cuss
drama.
on national TV with millions of people watching, and he was able to say the F word and all of this stuff, not once but twice.
Not
Right.
just that, to take getting smacked by getting hit by a grown man and not responding back. Come on,
Right,
that
right,
because if you just go up randomly and hit somebody, they're not expecting it. Their automatic defense is gonna be they're gonna run away or they're gonna fight back. They're not just gonna
right.
take it.
Exactly. Because I'm pretty sure if it was Martin Lawrence or if it was DL Hughley or one of those other comedians up there, and the one of the hard-nosed comedians, and they said something, and Will Smith act like he was gonna go, I guarantee you it would have been something totally different. Because it would have been Afro Sheen and shiny shoes all up over that doggone. And then it would have been bow ties. It would have been, would have been shiny shoes all up around that doggone stage.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have been getting that. Believe me.
For real.
Oh yeah, they would have been getting at it. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. You swinging at me on national TV? Oh, nigga, we about to tear this stage up. We about to tear this stage up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he knew.
I just wanted to say something about that.
Go ahead, Patrick. Before we close out.
Oh no! I just said that's why I brought that topic up because it was on my mind and I wanted to say something.
Topic. That's a good topic. So anyway, y'all, I've been on my live stream for 3 hours, so we're gonna take a small intermission and I'm gonna close out the show.
All right, now y'all all have a good night. Good night to the people in the chat. Good night, everybody. Good night,
All right, everybody.
Lakers. Good night, everyone. All right.
Let's say that's the bad guy. What I make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide. That's right. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
You need to stop.
day. You need to stop, boy. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
All right, everybody. All right, the show is over. I want to thank my visor kings, my visor queens, and my visor honeys, Y'all already know. Sometimes we may start off on one topic, and then we may get into other stuff. But I think tonight, was kind of a low key kind of, people just kind of talking about their experience and stuff like that. As far as Patrick and the things that he dealt with in life and stuff. But now he came a long way, but he's on the right track and all of that. And everybody got stories. Everybody got stories. It's not all about all that messiness. Sometimes you want to just sit back and listen to people's stories and stuff. And also they'll tell you how they turned their lives around and stuff. You know what I mean? Positivity. Sometimes you want to leave all that messiness at the door. Messiness sometimes is good, but sometimes you just want to listen to other people's shit. You know what I mean? So like I said, I want to thank everybody, and please like and share and subscribe to your girl. You know what I mean? And yes, I know, when I first started and everything, I went a little left on y'all and stuff. That's only because, those that come in and they watch me and they seem like they like my shit. They seem like they like my content and stuff. Just show me love, show me love, because I'm here for you. You know what I mean? I'm here for you. I took my mods away because I wanted everybody to come in and enjoy themselves and be able to chop it up and be able to voice whatever the fuck they want to voice. You know what I mean? So, I wanted my channel to be fun and free and all of that stuff, but I also wanted to have a variety of shit. You know what I mean? So listen, y'all already know what I'm talking about. So on that note, y'all keep y'all notifications on, because you never know when your girl might be back. You never know. All right, yeah. I love ya. All right.